boy.
My favorite.
The woke agenda.
The the woke agenda. Oh yeah, we can. No, not the soundboard. Start.
He doesn't
an
even have
activity.
agenda.
YouTube.
I don't have agenda.
Launch. There we go.
Dear.
Allow everyone to edit the playlist and video state yes.
Hey.
Somebody pick some good music.
Where do I find this? Oh, is it in messages?
It is in activities. Yeah, we're in the YouTube.
Okay. That.
Oh my God, Michael, you son of a bitch.
God.
Oh wow. Okay. Incredible. Huh.
Let's
Yeah, I'm not hearing it for some reason.
You might have to raise the volume.
There's no volume.
Strange.
Yeah, that's weird. That's
I brought
okay.
my laptop back this weekend, and the first thing my cat did was decide this is just her bed now. So
Yeah.
I guess I don't get to use it ever.
That's true.
It's warm. You pay attention.
Laptop bag. Who cares about the laptop inside?
Riley, what the fuck?
What? It's a good song.
Okay.
And it's thematic.
It's gonna be extremely funny when that shows up in 2 hours.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
We've forgotten that's in the queue.
Okay.
Who paused?
Maybe I'll just go there.
This song got left in the dryer, I guess.
Ah, that's the one I was missing.
Oh, I kind of threw it between your bed and the wall. That's impressive.
Okay, welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. I hope everyone had a wonderfully relaxing week and it wasn't stressful for anyone. And you guys
If only it were that simple.
had a good
Your
time.
hopes fall on deaf ears.
I will always hope this because I love each and every one of you, and that's what you deserve.
We appreciate the sentiment.
But since we don't always get that, we can at least have a few hours here of a good time and relaxation and enjoying some role play and battles and fantasy nonsense. So welcome. I'm glad all of you could make it. Who wants to do a recap of what happened last week? Zoe, you're exempt.
Oh, thank you. Because I don't fucking know.
Well, as people have said before, it was largely a yapping session, but we did get onto the ship proper, and Shanty was, as loud and as boisterous as Riley has advertised them to be, and that apparently got him a dagger thrown at him by the captain, who is just completely crazy. Just looking in her eyes, it's like, oh, at first, oh, she's unhinged, and then you look at her, it's like, oh no, she's crazy. And we got to meet crew. We exchanged greetings of the crew and the clutch. Nigel at first was on the crew side, but then he came to the clutch's side. And then we shoved off. There was a bunch of talking, both in the Roll20 text chat and actually going on between Shanty, Nigel, and Florian. There was some colorful renditions of Thieves' Cant in certain languages having their own Thieves' Cant. But other than that, Elune and EC had a moment where EC was telling Elune about Kapak telling her to take a crown and how much EC thinks that sucks. because EC doesn't want to take a crown. And Maloon's just like, yeah, well, you don't have to do that, but EC's just like, but I have to understand the rune. And it's like,
Yeah.
catch-22 situation, damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation. And then probably most noteworthy, Florian is getting flirted with and doesn't know how to deal with it by
Correct.
Shanty. And he like asked Shanty straight up like what the deal was, and Shanty was being a little like somewhat coy, beating around the bush, and
Little scoundrel.
little scoundrel.
He's a huge scoundrel.
And
You're right. He does got
Florian-
them gains.
A huge scoundrel and a little rascal.
It's that orc in him.
honestly, Shanty and Florian were just taking the piss out of each other for the majority of the last
Oh, yeah.
section.
They were at each other's throats, pun-wise, or shit-eater-wise.
They were
I wrote
platonically
this
at each
down.
other's throats.
Yes. So Florian kept introducing himself with stupid names, and Shanty would play along. Much to his credit. Last session it was Dungus McNussins.
Dungus, yeah, Mr. Dungus.
Mr. Dungus.
Even though literally everyone else was calling you Florian and you were responding to it.
Yeah.
Also, for our listening audience, the ship is called the Midnight Beggar.
Yes.
Oh, and
Right,
Shanty and
the
Nigel
midnight-
gambled.
What was it called again?
They didn't gamble, they just fucking made out.
The midnight.
Well, that was after
Beggar.
that.
But yeah, I think
That's
we
pretty
are sort of on the open sea. Oh, right. We're pursuing a creature that the crew doesn't want to mention. It's either a K word or an L word. Kraken or Leviathan.
Okay.
Right, but you don't say that on a ship, I guess?
At least not this ship.
It's
Bad
like
luck.
saying Macbeth on stage.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's bad luck, and sea folk are very superstitious.
It's also
Yeah,
bad
that's
luck
true.
to kill a seabird, so watch out for those.
Bad luck to kill
Right.
a bird.
Just make sure you don't spill your beans, Tom.
And that's pretty much all that happened.
Yeah. We had a good time. We didn't advance the plot much, though.
That's okay. That's
had fun,
that's
that's what matters.
par for the course for us. Let's be honest.
It's true. It's
Also, we
absolutely
get
true.
there when we get there. How are we to advance the plot when we're trapped on this ship?
Exactly.
I could just
That's
keep
all
you
we
guys
gave
here
to
for the
advance
next
the
year.
plot.
You can't do anything
No,
about
please.
it.
No, please. I'm tired of you.
That's
No,
so
we're
strange. How are these weeds growing in the ocean, and how do we keep getting lost in them?
Crazy.
Please,
It's,
no.
it's a whole seaweed forest you guys get stuck in.
Whoa.
No.
I think Mike's gonna
There's actual
die.
anguish in my voice. Don't do that.
Okay, so you guys are. I'm gonna move you guys down where the sleeping quarters are. We've got Florian here. We've got EC and Luna here. Nigel, I believe, is over here in this little square.
In the hay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know where Shanty and Luna are.
Shanty is probably
Shanty does not have to be down there. He can be in like the crew sleeping quarters.
I think he's probably up on deck, honestly. He likes to, if he has any like free time or relaxation, he usually likes to hang out in this little area behind the key, at the back of the ship, so that he can keep the wind blowing properly and sort of keep an eye
That
out.
makes sense.
But I also meant like sleeping quarters as well for Shanty.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh huh.
On
He's
the
gonna
boat,
sleep out there?
outside.
I think he's very commonly found like having fallen asleep on the chair in his little spot
I
and
understand.
wakes up in the morning when the sun rises.
Like a grandpa. Except he's too
He's
young
just-
to be a grandpa.
Where's the
Doing to
little?
be a grandpa. He's very focused on watching the horizon.
Hmm.
Fab.
I see.
Balloon also slept outside because our standard's not here to make him sleep in a bed. He
You know what? That's totally
You're
fair.
right. You're
he,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
he can sleep for at least 5 hours in the form of a bird on the mast.
Hell yeah.
He's up there with waves. Alright.
Yeah.
We'll put Dolores here. We'll put Grim here.
Ah, boy.
They're hanging out there. She's in her bed. Waves also sleeps outside on the mast, but that's his like nest in the crow's nest.
That's his place, yeah.
Mhm.
He has claimed it.
He's a cutie.
No one can
I
take it away from
any
him.
Kenku. I am just absolutely adopting.
Aw.
Any Kenku that shows up. I
Yeah,
love them.
Kenku are great.
Good.
Okay, let's. As you're traveling on the sea, I guess a loon, especially since you're sleeping outside. Go ahead
Ooh.
Mhm.
and roll me a history or religion check.
Let's see. I am a dum-dum, so none of those are gonna be
Oh,
good.
geez,
But
okay.
let me see. Okay, it doesn't matter which one I roll.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
it truly does not matter.
that's very nice. And then give me I want to call this a wisdom check. It's a wisdom check, but just you're not like trying to save from anything or anything. This is just I just want to see how this goes.
Just regular wisdom.
Yeah, 16. Okay.
Yeah.
Alun, as you sleep outside through the night,
Mhm.
typically there are a few dreams, sorts of dreams you have of the past, of people. More recently, thanks to some of your experiences, you've been having dreams of the stars and some of the beings that live among them that you believe have touched you.
Way to put it.
You also every once in a while still have that dream of that like figure in all white.
The moon's
Oh.
just green.
Sort of like watching you.
Mhm.
But tonight, you don't have a dream of any of those. Tonight, you're not sure if it's the fact that you're on a boat after so long, or if you've just been thinking about the future and what you guys might be not approaching, encountering. But tonight you dream of the sea. While the boat itself is calm and the waves are not sort of giving you guys any trouble, in your dream you see a storm. Very, very tumultuous, large waves crashing around you. You seem to be on a boat, but it's not the one that you're on right now. It's reminds you of your family's boat, the one that you grew up on.
Mhm.
You don't see anyone else on it, but as you're being sort of knocked and rocked by the waves, you can tell that there's something out there. You can't see anything. All you can see is the storm around you, the dark sky. You can hear thunderclaps. But there's something else out there.
Mhm.
as you sort of try to think of what it could be, you remember something that you haven't thought of for a long time. You remember stories being told of the god of the seas, AC. You remember there was always a small part of every catch that they would throw back in sort of reverence to the god. No matter what that AC had, they're told. And you've never seen her there. The descriptions you've had in the past of AC is just like sort of this giant sea serpent, large enough to encircle the world, who controls the waves and would be able to basically drown any ship, and cover any island under its seas. But like specifics outside of like its power, you don't remember hearing much of anything like that. But you're reminded of that, and you're reminded of how during sea storms that some of these sailors would pray to AC and give offerings to the sea to help calm the storm. And you feel as though maybe they're out there in the stream.
Okay.
Do you do anything in the dream?
I think I scramble on the deck because caught in the middle of the storm. I try to find something to offer. Is there anything on any like fish on the boat?
There's no fish on the boat. You just have what you like, your equipment.
Then, not having any fish, it's a dream. I think he tries to tough it out. Eventually, just like, what the hell's this? I'm a druid. He offers himself.
Oh my Jesus.
Interesting. Okay. So you throw yourself
Okay.
into the raging ocean.
Oh my god.
The waves immediately overtake you. And you're knocked down under the sea. And there's no way you can swim against it. As you sort of just give yourself and relax, eventually you get deep enough that you're able to sort of look around and see. While it's dark, there is something that you can see. Underneath you, coiling around and coming up towards you, you can see this enormous sea serpent. It's as wide as 4 boats. And it looks to be just coiling towards you. You can see the like, it goes on past where you can see through the ocean. It's long, incredibly long. And as it comes up towards you, you'd imagine you'd be drowning, but there's no need to breathe. And a sort of calmness overcomes you as it comes up in front of you, and you can see its strange sort of, it's got like whiskers, tentacles, but long, sort of framing its mouth, See, it opens its mouth. Rows of razor sharp teeth, the size of
And
at least a person.
we're landing at a strong 70 SPF.
As you look, it approaches and you can feel yourself start to be drawn into it. And then you wake up.
There's a seagull on the mast that just flips its shit. Kind of flap down and flaps down. Eventually he figures out, oh, I'm awake. Okay. The seagull does a... It's not the most graceful landing, but it does. And then it turns to where he just kind of shakes his head like, oh, holy fuck. And Shanty's there on his grandpa chair. He's like, good morning.
Everything all right there?
I had a wicked dream about oh, you know who AC is.
Chanty,
Yeah,
you
sure.
would know very well who AC is.
Mm-hmm.
Had one of those storm and snake dreams. You ever have those?
Oh. One of them storm and... I mean, I got lots of storm dreams.
Yeah,
Not so many snake dreams. I don't know if AC is the biggest fan of me, but... Interesting. Have you ever had these dreams before? Is this your first time out at sea?
Oh,
Sorry, we haven't really
no,
gotten to talk much, have we?
No, actually we hadn't.
Chanty,
My family had a fishing boat, and oh, do you want to go?
I just a quick note. Aluna, maybe because of the dream you don't notice immediately, but Shanty, you do notice that Alun, after transforming back into his human form, is absolutely soaked. Completely drenched.
Just the sweaty guy.
No, like all of your clothes are dripping wet, your hair, everything.
I take
is
note of
absolutely
that.
soaked.
I take note of that. I kind of just like squint, kind of like smirk a little bit, like, yeah, looks like maybe you were up in that mast the whole time. How is it sleeping as a bird, by the way?
Pretty awesome. Sometimes if you choose the right animals, they don't dream. Chose wrong this time.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you got a... I'm assuming you were up on the mast the whole time, but it certainly does appear like you went for a dip. You want to help dry it off?
Could happen. Yeah, sure. Could have happened. I don't know what the bird does all night.
I mean, I didn't see you go, wait. You don't know what the bird does all night? Ain't you the bird?
I mean, I turn my mind off. Sometimes the bird does something.
Whoa, that's cool. I mean, that's kind of scary, but I didn't know it worked like that. I ain't never transformed like that myself. Here, let me help you, and I'm gonna hold out my hand. The scars will glow with a little bit of power, and all the water is just going to just like sort of drip off of you, but upwards until it forms this giant like ball of like rotating ocean water. And I'm gonna sort of like wave my hand, twist, and just sort of like slursh it all over the side of the
Slurp?
Yeah.
All right.
Slursh it all over the side of the ship.
Say, I'm mighty thankful for that. Saves me
Yeah,
from
we don't want you
getting the deck
fucking
slippery.
sick or nothing. Yeah. Well, I mean, deck's fine. I can do the same thing with the deck, but
Trust me, it would take a lot more than some seawater to get me sick.
well, that's good. You never know with people who, we charter, but you said you had a more sea experience than your average folk.
Yeah, family had a fishing boat, and in a past life, I did the mercenary thing. So the grunts didn't really get the fancy teleportation. We always had the boats to and from.
Oh, sure. Yeah, makes sense. You ever... I mean, you've never had a dream like this before. You got any relation to AC, the ocean, the gods, any kind of religious beliefs? I figure you're one of them nature-y druid types with the animals and such, but
Religion's
I don't know.
a little... I'm not like a direct worshipper. We paid our penance to... It's not really penance. You make your sacrifices so that the catch is good and the storms aren't so gnarly. I mean, as a druid, I try to not associate too deeply with the gods. They kind of make me nervous.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm I got somewhat of a complicated relationship myself. Not a druid per se, but interesting. I wonder why you'd be given a dream like that. Is there any pertinent information? Anything sort of wisdom offered, guidance of some kind, or is the old snake just trying to scare the shit out of you?
It felt. I don't know if they were trying to scare. I mean, they did eat me. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
was on a
Okay.
boat.
Usually a
There
good
was a
sign.
storm. Didn't have a proper offering. Thought,
Uh-huh.
well, it's a dream. I'll offer myself.
Oh, but Loon, them dreams
think-
were never just dreams.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna not heed it, but
No, I get you.
I do tend
listen.
to have some wild dreams, so.
All right. Can I
Grain of
give
salt
Loon like a
here.
cursory, like up and down, just like all around check? Like, are there any markings on him? Are there any like things that maybe I would recognize as like, oh, AC has marked this person,
Make
or
an
they have been.
investigation
Oh.
check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm stupid though. Okay.
I'll let you use perception if you want to.
It's a little better. Yeah, I'll do perception.
Okay. As you look Aloon up and down, outside of the soaked clothes and his tattoos, you don't notice any like new marks per se.
Hmm.
No one made like a Ligma joke and didn't follow up, right?
Forgot that that's a thing.
That's a massive bad luck, but I think we're safe.
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, unless you got any of these tattoos like randomly all of a sudden, unless you haven't had all of them for a while, I think you're good. Got a lot of ink though. I appreciate it.
I'm not gonna strip here for you, but I'm pretty sure we're good.
Oh well, there's rooms downstairs for that.
Yeah. I know. Have you had a lot of experience with AC?
Myself, not with AC, no. Like I said, I got a little bit of a complicated relationship with the gods. AC in particular. I don't think they're the biggest fan of me, but I do a little bit of clericing here and there. I like to think I'm somewhat of a religious person, but it's complicated. I don't know really how. I don't know. I don't really know how to talk about it. I haven't had to talk about it for some time, but you know what? And he's gonna like reach into his shirt and gonna pull out this like little leather cord that he has around his neck, and on the end there is a gold piece with like a hole punched through it violently, like a bullet or something went through it. And the cord goes through the hole, and he holds it out. AC ain't really what I worship, but I do have a relation to the storms and the seas and whatnot. But this is my god, and I
Here's to look.
flip the coin. It shines in the air. I catch it again. There's a little bit of a golden glow from within my fist. Lady Luck's always been on my side a little bit. And Storm and Seas have always been kind enough to me,
I always find the storms to be every bit impersonal. You just wrong place at the wrong time. Being a druid gives you a bit of a different understanding of how the winds work, and certainly you can claim divine interference, but sometimes the weather's just bad.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But a little bit of luck, a little bit of the gods, a little bit of something else. And he gives you like a wink with this bad eye, and the winds kind of pick up and the sails fill a little bit. Sometimes there's other agents interfering.
Oh yeah.
But that is interesting. Maybe the captain will have more insight into your dream or what it means. She's been out here even longer than I have.
Yeah, we should probably. Well, we should round up the rest of the crew, maybe, because.
Yeah, certainly.
Just because there's probably a reasonable explanation for some things. I do understand the value of not discrediting this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you gotta take this shit seriously. I mean, omens and shit. That's important out here on the sea.
Mm-hmm.
One last thing though. The ship you were on. Did you recognize it? Did you notice anything weird about it? Maybe the mast in particular.
It was my family's boat. Do I remember anything yet?
Good. All right.
It was just as it was how you remember your old family boat to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's a small thing, like a 10-person vessel at tops. So, like...
Shanty looks visibly relieved. All right, good, cool. Yeah, let's round up the crew then. Kind of wipes his nose, kind of rolls his shoulders, gets up out of the chair, throws a jacket over his shoulder, and heads off with you to start rounding people up.
Mm-hmm.
What's the D4 for?
Oh, Cosmic Omen, sorry.
Oh, okay.
If I don't do it, I will forget.
It's early because Alun's only a bird for 5 hours, so it might be too early, but that's up to you guys.
Well, he might have also been up late doing star druid things.
True.
So...
You were up looking at the stars that night. You were having a conversation, so
yeah.
That's fair. Okay, yeah.
He did the nap, then business, then the rest of his sleep kind of deal.
Okay, that tracks. Then yeah, it's not too early. All right, so yeah, go ahead and you guys can gather everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to Luna whether or not she's with EC, but EC's cooking breakfast.
Well, Luna slept in a little bit, but she's gonna get up around the same time as Florian.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, I would say Florian would sleep late, but he's probably used to waking up early because he was on the farm for so long.
He's been waking up so fucking early on a farm.
Yeah. Yeah. And he can't sleep late anymore. His body just won't let him, which is very upsetting.
So what mischief is he up to now then, early in the morning?
Oh dear. He's casing the joint, shall we say.
Sure.
Figuring out what mischief can happen later.
Okay.
And he's pretty sure that Nigel will also have some opinions to share about this. Harmless fun. Just looking for ways to have harmless fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said mischief and not like dastardly plans or whatever.
Yeah. He does try and... Huh?
Oh, I just said schemes.
Schemes, gotcha. He's gonna try and sneak some food from the kitchen while EC's in there.
Good luck.
Yeah,
would EC try to stop him?
I'm gonna do a diversion on accident. I'm gonna go, EC, can I borrow do we still have some fish I can borrow?
Yeah, Well, it's back.
Put what back?
Well,
I
that's
don't know
what I'm
you're
gonna
talking
do.
about.
I'm gonna put it back in the ocean because
No,
AC
not
needs.
the-
Oh, hi, Florian.
Bye.
See ya.
Shanty's leaned up against the wall like, yeah, very smooth. Deny, right?
You see,
Yeah, for sure.
Chuckles, walks up the stairs.
EC just sighs and hands.
Why spend the effort if I don't have to?
We're looking at a strong 70 SPF.
Thank you.
You look a bit shaken, old wolf. Are you okay?
I had a wild dream, more topical than usual, and he opens up the porthole, and he holds the fish like a spear, and then hucks it.
You know, if you wanted that fish to live, you probably should have done that yesterday.
No, it's well, look, it's a better late than never sort of thing.
Is it?
We'll find out, I guess.
That's like a dead fish, old wolf.
Something will eat it.
All right. Um. Carry on, old wolf. Just finishes up the breakfast sushi? Question mark. Sushi for breakfast?
I'm sorry, breakfast sushi?
Sure. It's not like it's sushi in the morning.
Sure, you make some onigiri for breakfast.
Hell yeah. I would eat that for breakfast.
I
Hell
think
yeah.
people do.
Yeah, I have eaten that for breakfast.
Shanty, do you get the crew?
I get the crew.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out how to make like a winky face emoticon that includes like tusks, but I can't.
Oh my
figure it out.
god. Let's see.
I'm thinking like capital F or like capital L for like a crooked tusk smile, but you know.
Man, I don't know. Maybe that would work.
I'm looking at it and I don't know. I can't see it.
The M is
There's like a guy on the ground is what I'm seeing.
Maybe restroom real quick.
Oh, I see it. I see it. That's pretty good. I like that actually.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's good. The little star.
The little star for the wink.
The wink has to throw a star.
Yeah. Ding.
Mm-hmm.
Because of magic and my eye is weird, it can happen in actual in worlds.
Correct. Wow, this
Yeah.
biscuit without any kind of drink or butter or anything is kind of sucks.
I mean, listen, if you're trying to get some butter, the kitchen's right there.
Yeah, I don't know if Easy would let me get away with the butter.
I knock on the door.
Who wakes Ganai up?
Easy will go wake Nigel up. Good Nigel.
Hang on a second.
Alright, I will hang on a second.
That was Patrick, not Nigel.
I know. I
I'm-
did shit.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, roll 20. Load with the fucking character sheet. What else? Like, why do you exist if you're not gonna show me my fucking character sheet?
Wow.
Great. Okay. Well, I guess I just don't get to do any things today then. I'm gonna just roll the d20 and add 13 to it.
What are you trying to roll? Sleight of hand or
Sneak?
stealth?
Hide. Stealth.
Okay.
I gotcha.
Is my
So you might have
fucking...
to-
That's a 23 for Ganai.
What is
If it's not
happening?
showing up,
No.
you should try popping out the window, because sometimes if you previously popped out the window and then you
Or you,
unpop it out and then you open it in the regular
you
thing,
might need
it
to
pops up.
reload.
That's weird stuff.
No, like nothing is working on
There
roll
we
20
go.
right now. I'm just gonna close roll 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just reload roll
If-
20. That might be the best thing.
Yeah, 15 plus 13 is 28 stealth roll.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Well, Easy's not gonna try and
No.
track Nigel down, so.
He's just hidden in his bed, basically. You know, when you
Under the covers.
spend
Real good.
if you spend a lot of time sleeping in alleyways, you learn to sleep in a way that means you aren't going to be.
Mm.
We're just gonna assume everyone is here, including Angel, but we can't see him, so we're just gonna carry on.
Mm.
Let me see. Will it let me load my fucking character sheet now?
Luna
Yes, there we
sidles up
go.
to Calico, or Shanty, excuse me. So she says, "So, Calico, like
Howdy.
fabric or cat?
Well, I ain't never heard of the fabric, so I gotta assume the cat.
She nods. Do you like cats?
Not really. I don't mind them, but I don't have a special. They don't have a special place in my heart or nothing. They're all right. They keep the rats off the boat and all that. Are you?
Wait,
Do
so
you
you
like
didn't
the moon?
choose the name Calico?
No, it was given to me.
Huh.
Do you like the moon, Luna?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's great. I like the moon too. She's pretty.
It's a bit on the nose, I know.
Hey, nothing wrong with on the nose.
Nigel
I had to-
appears out of a doorway mid-conversation.
Yeah. I ain't the quickest up here, you know, and he taps the side of his forehead. So when things are obvious, it's actually helpful for guys like me.
Happy to help.
Took me a while to understand the joke about my own name, though, the whole two-color thing. Does a little crooked smile.
Okay. I just kind of try to take things as they are, you know?
I mean, I'd say that's the best way to be. Easiest, at least. Is how it is.
Oh, Nigel, there you are. I couldn't find you.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
EC hands him the small plate of onigiri. And it is your breakfast.
Oh, thank you. He pulls the lime that he took out of the galley yesterday out of his pocket and just takes a big bite out of it.
Out of the line?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Really
And
doesn't
then
look
eats
good.
some of the onigiri as well, but going
Lucy
to
just sort
town
of-
on this line.
Just sort of thinks and just shakes her head.
Shanty squints, sees that, takes out a lime of his own, bites it, and starts eating. I mean, you gotta keep the scurvy away. That's not bad. That's not a bad idea.
Huh.
Oh, hey, Florian, you still got that biscuit? I mean,
A
what
little
biscuit?
bit, yeah.
All right, here. I flip you a small jar of fruit preserves, like a jam,
Where were you keeping that?
in the kitchen.
You just care. Oh. Yeah, alright. Fair. He pops it open and pours some on his biscuit. Tosses it back. Thanks, man.
Yeah, we ain't got butter, but you know, we make do.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to keep a cow on here, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why are we being gathered?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Balloon.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Yeah, we should
Music.
probably tell them about the port that you have received, the omen. I think maybe at least Francine would like to hear, and just make sure everyone's aware of what's
Omen.
going on.
Luna's
Yeah,
snaps to
so-
attention a little more.
Mm-hmm.
I had a dream. I was on my family's little boat, yada yada. There was a storm, and if there's a storm, there's the whole tale of like AC being upset. AC the Tyrant for those who aren't seafaring folks.
Of Geyer Strait.
Big
the
big
one.
old snake,
Yeah, baby.
long as the world. So I didn't have anything to sacrifice to AC, so I just hopped overboard because it's a dream. Who cares?
Why would you do that?
It's a dream. Who cares?
Dream's never just a dream, man.
Lived through a lot of dreams that were just a dream. So, anyways, went eye to eye with the big snake, and I mean the waters down below were calm, but dream ended when it ate me. So that's about all I had to say on that.
Oh.
I'm not like a religious guy. I mean, you can ask me any questions or details you need, but that's the gist of it.
Huh.
What do you think, Captain?
So you had a dream where
I had a dream.
AC came and you threw yourself off the ship as part of
Yeah.
your tithe.
Wait.
Yeah.
Are we saying EC because EC is right here?
No, not EC, AC.
SPF.
Oh.
A
Well,
E
I
S
don't know who
I.
that is. Oh yeah, I don't know who that is.
He's a
It's not
god. Just to add an
Okay.
E to the add an A to the beginning of EC's name, then you got it.
An A
Wouldn't that be
and
IC?
an E.
What?
And
An
also
Oh,
A,
your no, your name's
E.
EC.
Yeah.
ESE, right?
ISI.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be I
It's
see?
like-
that'll be essay.
EC4 is Sidro. Oh,
I assume this is Luna for.
Yeah, I want to see if like that's like a common theme of dreams about AC that
Interesting.
I know of.
You probably know a fair amount about AC. She is a very common and popular god. Lots of water in the world, lots of people traveling over it, so lots of people want safe passage. There's not like an organized religion for her though, unlike many of the other gods.
A bit more of like a folk religion thing.
Yeah, it's much more like of a folk religion, yeah. So there's not a lot of like written record about her history or like experiences like this, but there have been like a lot of like word of mouth tales been told, and you would have had access to many of those growing up, Luna. As far as a dream with AC in it, it's uncommon. That's not, from your experience, that's not typically what AC does. AC typically doesn't enter dreams. But it's not out of like the realm of possibility, especially for a god.
Yeah. Especially a god as old and well loved as AC.
Yeah.
oh, disclaimer, I did smoke a little bit of a joint last night. That might be part of it.
Luna, Luna, I have a very specific question for you. In your dream, did AC look like how you usually imagine her to look like? Do you know what I mean?
She looked like a 4-ship wide catfish. I couldn't see the end of it. I don't know what I thought of what AC should look like. Honestly,
Like EC's head like shoots up for a moment.
sorry. I mean, I've always been told AC was the snake that could eat the world. Something akin to the L word, but greater. What was being a god.
And you said more.
Honestly, I feel like she was less fancy than I would expect, but I feel like a lot of things are disappointing when they're staring you in the face and about to eat you.
Well, okay, I think that answers my question. Thank you. Luna's thinking. Well, you probably see where Luna's going with this. If it didn't really look like Luna's preconceived notions of AC, it's a higher chance that it was the god speaking to him in the dream. You know.
Hey, Captain.
Yeah.
How close are we to the area of the ocean where these attacks have been happening?
We're a ways off still. We're heading
All right.
first to Cheddar Bay. Going to make a stop at Port Royal. Port Monarchy. And then
Disney uncocks its gun.
And then once we have everything ready, everything we need, it's probably another 4 or 5 days to where these attacks have been happening. Well, maybe
Alright.
less actually. Depends on how rough the seas are.
I'm a little I'm a bit worried they're about to get a bit more rough, but I am a superstitious type. I think just I'll be keeping an extra eye out on that horizon line. You know,
She looks at Chanty.
Doesn't- don't sit
We
right
don't
with me.
have an extra. Easy, just like stop.
Do you
Hey,
have
you don't know that.
Do you have an inkling of what might be happening?
Nah, it just gives me a bad feeling, you know? It feels familiar.
Hmm.
She kind of looks at him.
I give her a meaningful look.
She nods.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an extra eye out, and you do not know whether or not I have one of them. Saying that a little louder and pointed at EC.
He's right.
Easy like looks a little. Would it be like on his back or something, or what?
She's struggling with it. She's
I
gonna
mean,
be
you
mischievous about this one.
you know someone who has an extra lung, so you never know, right?
That's true.
I'm gonna say, nah,
I'm
keep
not-
it in my pocket.
I'm not exactly sure. Easy was wholly paying attention when Florian discussed their extra lung.
That's fair.
All right.
No, Shanty says, nah, keep it in my pocket. You know, for safekeeping. In case I need it. I think I'm gonna need it today.
Oh, okay. Can we see it?
Yeah, sure. Are you sure though? It's kind of gross.
I butcher animals for a living. I'm pretty good with organs coming out of or not being in the place that they should be.
Oh, that's good. That's lucky. All right then. I'm gonna reach into my pocket, and I'm gonna pull out a little, a small orb, and I'll just like toss
Oh,
it over
orb?
at you.
I catch it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
Does
just
it
gonna
land with a
flip her off.
splat?
No, it's actually cold and hard, and glassy.
Oh.
Like my ex-wife, heyo.
Heyo.
So you actually had something. I figured it was gonna be like a joke.
normally people don't expect me to toss my eye at them, so you know. But
Yeah.
EC's made of harder stuff.
We're landing at a strong
Easy inspects the glass eye. This is interesting.
It's like a much brighter, like golden color that kind of matches Shanty's actual eye color.
Oh.
Nigel reaches into a pocket inside his jacket and like pulls out a handful of glass eyes.
Oh, you
Oh my
gotta stay
God.
away from me, buddy. You ain't not getting this one, all right? I need this one, okay?
Oh, I mean, I've already got enough, but
All right, good.
Bro.
I know your type. Some people like to collect these fucking things, no matter how many they got. You would not
Did you
believe
did
how
you get
many
this from
people
the
have
store?
offered to buy my eye.
Fucking rocket raccoon ass moment. Patrick.
Yeah.
he flicks one at Waves,
Waves will catch it.
Oh, hell yeah.
and then puts the rest back in his pocket.
Cool.
She like
You
Waves
see-
examines it, puts it up to their beak and like bites it a little. Looks at it, looks satisfied and puts it in his pocket.
EC returns the eye,
Thank you kindly.
not tossing it, just sort of behind Luna's back, just hands it back.
Yeah, so mostly I was using a turn of phrase, but sometimes it's fun to mess with people. I do have extra eyes, they just don't work all of them.
EC shrugs.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm gonna be hyper vigilant today, is what I meant to say.
Okay.
All right. Good meeting, team. Like clap.
All right, keep an eye out on the seas, and we sure to get to Port Monarchy in a day and a half. Making pretty good time, especially with Shanty on board. Thank you for the push.
give her a little thumbs up as I'm walking up the stairs into my post.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Ilun, do you need to sleep more?
No, actually, I mean, dreams aside, I'm sleeping fine right now, so. He does an unconvincing yawn because you're just talking about it.
EC,
Yeah, no, it's fine.
EC grabs him by the back of his vest and drags him below deck.
Well, that's all, folks.
Well, I might give you a
Balloon wild
Yeah.
shapes into a pig.
That would not stop easy.
Oh my god.
It'd be funny
Alright.
though.
It was Porky Pig getting
Would
dragged
be.
off stage by a. That's all, folks.
Once
Yeah.
once EC gets a loon in room, so it goes into like the I don't know how many people play Souls, the sort of like the patches squat,
Yeah. Us.
and
Slav squat.
Slav
just
squat.
squat. swap squat. Looks at a loon. You're good. You don't have any like markings on you, do you?
I mean, I haven't had the chance to check. I mean, he's kind of like looking at his eyes like, these are just my regular tattoos. I mean, I'm pretty sure they. I was gonna say, you think we should check?
Just to be sure, just take your shirt off and I can check your back at least.
Yeah, sounds good. So he does take off his shirt for easy.
Okay. And DC's just gonna scan for anything out. Has Elune gotten any new tattoos since EC last did this for taking Elune's measurements?
I think he did get a tramp stamp.
Didn't he already have a tramp stamp? Yeah, he did.
I never drew his back, so I don't know when he got that. We're gonna say that's not new then.
We're landing at a strong 70.
He has one new one, doesn't he?
Thanks to JetBlue's low fare.
The tattoo
that's
with the
not
coiling
his...
serpent
already.
around his waist.
No. He has like on his legs, and he's done some modification to his sleeves, but that's like about it, I think. Oh wait, no, he has the rib stuff, but yeah.
I think EC brings up the new ones and Elune talks about those, but Gabe,
Yeah.
is there any marking that EC has not seen that Elune cannot explain?
No, there are no new marks or tattoos or scars or anything like that on Elune's body.
Yeah.
You're clear on the front. I will give you privacy to check other places.
Yeah. Thank you.
EC will just I mean, I don't think it's awkward. Just leaves.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not leaving here until you get another 3 hours.
I'm fine on the sleep department. I split it up between a nap and at least 5 hours in a bird. And you might think that doesn't sound like it would work, but believe me, it does.
Look, I don't care how you get your sleep, but try to get another hour.
I'll do it, but only because I want you to feel better about it, and maybe I will also feel better about it. And also, there's not that much to do on this boat, so you might as well.
There really isn't.
I know.
You hear EC's voice moving as she's just doing push-ups in front of Elune's door.
Yeah. It's I think he's talking a little bit. Wait, maybe he's like talking. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Catch some more fish? Yes, we can't eat all that by the time we get to Port Royal.
I mean, we could.
Yeah, and we'd regret it. Oh, I could turn into
Eh.
something really fucking big and eat all that fish.
Oh, like
Like a
a saber
walrus?
cat. Oh, I guess
Yeah.
walrus will also work. What's a walrus?
Or, so have you ever seen a seal?
Yes.
It's like a really big, ugly seal with big old teeth.
Easy laughs. Like tusks or like just big teeth?
Like tusks, sort of, but they go down, not up.
So like fangs?
Yeah!
That is a weird creature.
Nothing. It's like from behind the door. Nothing new on my bits, or my legs, or my feet. I think we're okay. Oh, nothing new on my butt. We're good.
Alright. That is good. That's about the
Alright.
extent that bit goes.
Sorry, what?
That's about the extent the bit goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lou just takes his EC mandated 1 hour nap.
EC the union rep.
Yeah.
You need to take your break. It's illegal
Dr.
if you don't.
Dr. EC prescribed.
Hold
Yes.
on.
All right, you got another day on the boat. What's everybody up to?
I think Nigel's just kind of like hanging out around where Shanti is sitting. I think Nigel finds him quite interesting.
Aw. I think Shanty and G'nigel have a good time chumming it up while Shanty's pushing the ship. Yo, I wonder if we can pull Francine into a game of cards.
Oh, I don't know about that. She might throw us overboard if we take too much of her money.
I don't think we'd be able to take any of her money, friend, but I mean, we can certainly try.
What makes you think that?
Oh, you know, just intuition and first-hand experience and eyewitness accounts of both the throwing overboard and the not able to take her money. She's very good at cheating.
Well, so am I.
I mean, I have at it. I would love to see that go down.
No, I'm also very good at not getting thrown overboard ships.
It's true. Either way, it's a
knowing-
win. It sounds like.
Knowing who to cheat and who not to cheat. So.
Yeah. But maybe if it's a friendly game and nobody leaves too high above the others, we could pull her into a good time.
Yeah, maybe. What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm always a fan of a nice, easy game of poker. Real casual. Don't gotta think too hard on that.
And what's the grift?
Oh, like how are we gonna scam her?
Yeah, or how are we gonna? Like I said, I don't want to get thrown overboard in the middle of the ocean. But what are we gonna do to if you want to pull a rib on her, right?
I mean, oh man, I feel awkward talking about it now. Because I don't know, she'd probably throw my ass overboard. It wouldn't be that big of a problem, but she would.
Maybe we'll sit on that one for now then.
All right. I mean, hey, if we want to try something, I'll take the hit and I'll get thrown overboard because I can for sure recover from that.
Oh. No, I think we'd like to get to where we're going as quickly as possible at the moment, so maybe we can get you thrown overboard.
Well, I wouldn't be there for long. It's fine.
All right, it's happened before, has it?
Oh, yeah, at least like 12 times.
Oh, what did you do last time?
Oh, yeah, I brought someone on board I shouldn't have. We were docked in a city, and well, let's just say I didn't exactly keep the schedule, and it's a bit awkward when the captain uh, angrily storms in on you and another individual, and let's say an intimate position when you're supposed to be up on top of the deck getting the sails ready.
Nigel doesn't say anything, but he looks confused.
Do I? I wonder if I'm smart enough to realize you don't get it. I'm gonna roll insight to see if I get that you don't get it.
And how are the numbers?
I don't notice. I think you catch my drift
They just sit there
entirely.
in silence for a minute.
Yeah.
They just sit there in silence for a minute. What about the other 11 times?
Well, cheating, getting into a fight accidentally because I didn't try to start the fight. You know, someone came and done punched me. The other time, started a fight with her accidentally because she done come and punched me for something I didn't say. The other, that's 4 now, right? It's just going on like that.
Yeah, it sounds like she started a fight with you. You should have thrown her overboard.
I don't think I could, friend. Yeah, but no. Aside from the throw-ins overboards and the daggers thrown at my face and precariously nearly taking my life, she's been good to me. You know.
Ganigel was in the army. He knows. He's like, yeah, sounds like a pretty standard working environment. Having knives thrown at your face.
Yeah, she's a little off a rocker, but I like that, and we understand one another, her and I.
Oh, that's good. You generally better if you understand the people you work with.
I like to think so, and a lot of times I don't really understand folks that well, but I don't know. You used to having knives thrown at you. Usually, when I tell people that my employer beats the crap out of me on a regular basis, they react poorly. You seem pretty fine with that.
I did a tour in the army. I'm used to having all sorts of weapons thrown at me.
Oh right, you were saying that. I mean, you are a small target.
Well, yeah, when I was in the halfling army, so we were all kind of roughly the same size.
Oh sure, halfling army. That's that war that happened. What? How many years ago? I heard of that.
Oh, 15, something like that. 10, 15.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. I was in that one. Very profitable war, that one, actually.
Profitable? Oh, were you like a mercenary type?
No, but I stole a lot of stuff off dead bodies.
Oh, sure. Oh, corpse looting. Yeah. Good old classic corpse looting. That is a good way to make money. Geez, I mean, that sounds a little dark when I say it like that, but I don't know. I guess I'm just used to it. You said that's how you got a lot of your scars, huh? Got a favorite scar story?
Some of them. God, making me think up things on the fly.
I had to make up 11 reasons why I got thrown off the
And you only said 3.
I said 4.
Yeah, I was so. We was in a town one day, and we was in this pub, and I got talking to this girl. She was very nice, and we were talking for a couple of minutes, and then this fella comes over, and he says, "Oi, like, you're talking to my woman," and
oh, you're a homewrecker and a little bit of a heartbreaker.
Again, Nigel looks extremely confused. But like takes a beat and then just like carries on. And so I was like, "Sorry, mate, I don't know what you're talking about. We were just having a nice conversation." And he didn't like that, so he smashed the bottle he was drinking out of and got me right across the chest, and he like pulls his shirt down, and there's a big like livid scar
Oh
under his
wow!
from like collarbone to collarbone underneath.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That's a nasty one. Ganadra, he like pokes the scar tissue.
Yeah.
Man, that's rough. That's a real nasty. I mean, listen, I have been there. You never realize that someone is taken or spoken for because they don't say, and they really should say, you know. And then some, you know, big muscly whoever comes over, all you know, huffing and puffing and mad because you're talking to their person. I've been there, brother.
I had no idea what he was going on about, to be honest. But
Wait, wait, what? What do you mean? What were you and the girl talking about?
Oh, I don't really remember. I was quite drunk at the time, but I think she was asking me about the war, and I was probably lying, because if I told her what I was really doing, I'd probably be thrown in jail. So I was probably making up some stories about battles and stuff, and I don't know. Really, I don't really remember.
Was she like, I don't know, was she into it? Was she catching your drift? Were the stories working?
What do you mean, were they working?
I think it's at this moment that the like doesn't get it flips to gets it in Shanty's head, like the meter. Oh,
Kanigel just doesn't really understand sex.
Yeah, which is very good.
Yeah,
so good.
He doesn't understand the appeal of it. He doesn't understand the appeal of being into people.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it when, like, he doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know what it's for. Like, when people flirt with him, he's just like, he's just like, this is a very nice person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I see. Oh, I see. Not AC or EC,
like,
by the way.
Yeah, he's like asexual in the sense that he just doesn't know what sex is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
Really funny.
So did you understand why that fella got angry at you for talking to the lady?
No, not really. I apologize. I didn't know that they. I mean, I gathered that they were in some kind of relationship, but I didn't understand why that meant that I couldn't talk to her. We were having a very pleasant conversation.
I mean, I agree with you on most counts, but I think I'm coming at it from the opposite side of the park. I think it just seems like maybe, so when two individuals are, you know, sexually or romantically entangled, sometimes
Oh my
fellas can
god.
get a bit territorial. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know what I'm saying.
Not really, but
my assumption of the situation, and I wasn't there, so I don't know. But my assumption of the situation is that you, unbeknownst to you, stumbled into the territory, and he like rolls his eyes and like air quotes of some big bad feller who felt threatened by your charm and wit and your wonderful stories, that were pleasing the lady.
Are you trying to suggest that he might have thought that I was trying to steal his woman?
I think he thought you were Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Oh, well, why would I want to do that?
Well, it sounds like you wouldn't, but like many sorry souls who don't have the quick wit and sharp intelligence to perceive, you know, situations, like myself, might have thought you were moving in on his lady, and it takes a real insecure fella, I think, to immediately jump to violence, but he shrugs. I don't know. I've not had this conversation in some time.
Well, I'm not typically the sort of person that people are attracted to. So
Oh, really?
It doesn't really ever come up. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like people can really be into the scars, you know?
Maybe people just like soldiers.
I think that's also part of it, right? Like a man in uniform, or the idea of a man in uniform. I don't know. Sometimes I tell people I'm a sailor, and that doesn't.
I was more of the idea of a man in uniform. I didn't really wear my uniform very much.
Were you like actually enlisted though, or did you just kind of like roll out with the?
No, I was officially given the king's shilling. Yeah.
All right. Did they
And
know
then
you were stealing so much, or were you like an
Well,
infiltrator, like a?
I don't think they knew that I was stealing all of the other shillings that they were
Right.
giving out to people. But
They thought you just got the
um,
kings and no one else's.
yeah, I think I think it was just kind of a, my sergeant who you didn't meet, but he as long as I was still doing my job, he didn't really mind what I did. I mean, the soldiers I was taking the stuff from didn't need it anymore. I never took anybody's like intimately personal possessions or anything. I always made sure that those, I wasn't going to steal any lockets with any pictures of family in or anything like that. But no, if they don't need their boots anymore, they don't need their their weapons. I'll make a few nicker off stealing those and selling them on to people.
I mean, yeah, sure. You put them in the hands of people who can actually use them.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Or
you're just gonna get like buried in the muck.
Exactly, and it was only the the enemy troops that I did it to. I wasn't going to steal from. Well, I mean, I did steal from my own army as well, but I was a bit more subtle about that.
Right, right.
Yeah, I just kind of left their. I figured they probably needed the equipment, or else I was going to be out of a job. So.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Did you? I mean, how long did you do that for? Because it seems like 15 years ago, war ended. Been sort of mucking about since then. Now you're doing adventuring. What was before that?
What was before the war? I was a farmer in
Wow.
Osmella. Or,
Wow.
yeah, with my parents. I lived on a farm.
That's nice. What's it like on a farm? So much like plants and shit. Like, was it wheat or bread?
No,
Bread?
it was mostly livestock.
Mostly livestock, animals. Then were you like, oh, the hay thing? That makes so much sense.
Yeah, I
Oh,
slept in the hay barn a lot.
that sounds comfortable. Well,
It was. I mean, it was a bit smelly, but
well, sure, but you got the
doesn't
warm
really bother me,
hay.
so.
You got a nice wooden interior. Not as much swaying as maybe I would like, but that's sort of just what I'm used to. You know, when he starts like literally swaying in his chair.
The sea is being uncooperatively calm right now.
Yeah. But man, that's just I can't imagine being around that many animals at once either. I mean, like, you gotta keep your eye on so many of them. Wow.
Well, they know not to fuck about.
Oh, sure, you train them good.
Yeah.
Did you see like a lot of baby animals?
Yeah, quite a few. Probably birthed a few.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I had never got to see very many baby animals. They don't really, ship a lot of baby animals. When they do ship animals, they're not like so many of them.
Yeah.
Boy.
Well, they start out being a bit gross because they're all covered in like slime and stuff when they first come out. But
Classic baby slime.
yeah, baby slime.
Baby slime.
Yeah. Helps lubricate the baby on the way out.
Yeah, to lubricate the baby on the way out. No, we had a lady give birth on the ship once when we were transporting them. It was wild.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, covered in baby slime. I don't know. It was pretty.
Baby slime.
It was pretty easy, you know. And when you've got magic fingers like I do, and you can cure the minor wounds and ailments of anyone around you, it usually makes childbirth a bit easier than it normally would outside of where you're wanting to give birth to a child. I don't really know how these things normally go though, so it was it was my one experience with it, and it was pretty neat. But I understand what you mean with the baby slime. It's like kind of gross, but also it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's the miracle of life,
Yeah, fascinating stuff. He's just like smiling like an idiot, shaking his head, swaying about. Like, damn, this guy's. I think Shanty is like enamored with like the more maybe mundane things about Good Angel's life.
Damn, this guy's on my level.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
He just wants to hear about like livestock and farm life and like what's it like to plant seeds and shit. Like he's never experienced that before.
I think Nigel is a bit confused because nobody's ever really given that much of a shit about any of this stuff before, or like him in general. Really, he's like a pretty not that interesting a guy. But or he doesn't think he's that interesting a guy anyway. Apart from like insofar as he's like a good thief. But other than that, he doesn't really consider himself to be too interesting. So he's just a bit confused that somebody wants to actually like listen to him talk for a bit.
Oh. No, Shanty's enamored. He's very interested. I think he's got like this image of like golden fields of wheat swaying and like land as far as you can see, and he's like, "Wow, tell me about that."
I think that the thing about that is that like probably pre-war, that's kind of what Osmela was, and now it's just like mud.
Oh,
It's like still hasn't recovered from the fighting in a lot of places.
yeah.
So if you'd been there at the time, it would have been interesting to him, but not so much now.
Wish we could go back before all the fighting, you know. Sucks how it all just gets all gray and ugh.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's war, I suppose. It'll be maybe it'll be back to something like it used to be soon, and you can go and see it. But no, it's probably pretty grim still these days. I haven't been there in a while, to be honest.
You ever thought about going back?
No, it's a bit of a weird situation. So, you know, I said that I fought with the halflings, right? And Osmela's like the halfling.
Yeah.
Like, well, you may have noticed that I'm not a halfling.
Yeah, I did. I can that.
But until at least partway through the war, I thought I was a halfling. So, yeah, then I found out that I was actually a gnome, and that my birth parents were elsewhere. And I love my adoptive parents, I suppose, very much, but they passed away a while back, so I don't really have any reason to go home anymore.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Have you ever tried to track down your original your birth parents?
Yeah, once or twice, but I haven't really put that much effort into it yet. So.
Yeah. No, I had never met my birth parents neither. I had an adoptive parent, I suppose, but they're also dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it.
That's okay. It's better this way. But yeah, I knew I was an orcish feller from, you know, when how could I not, you know? But I really ain't never.
Yeah, no mistaking you for a halfling.
Yeah, it'd be a harder sell, I think. You know, maybe somebody could do it, but it'd be a much harder sell.
I always just thought I was skinny, but it turns out I'm
well, I'm in the ears as well. You know, kind of give it away. But I suppose you don't really look at your own ears all that often.
No, and halflings have their. They're not as pointy, but they do have pointy ears as well. So I thought I just had big ears. Skinny and big ears. You know, you can tell.
Skinny man, big ears.
At school. Yeah.
I've seen a halfling with skinny big ears. It could be done. But nah. I knew I was a half orc because obviously, you know, second my teeth start growing in, he like flicks the gold caps on his tusks. You know, all the dental problems. It's a bitch. But I didn't have anyone around to sort of tell me how to deal with all that shit because, you know, no one around me was orcish. No one else had to deal with that. So it's a little strange sometimes. Being a fish out of water, so to speak.
I can sympathize with that, yeah.
Yeah. So, gnomes and orcs, huh?
Yeah. He pulls a little flask of alcohol out of one of his many pockets and like holds it up in a toast and says, gnomes and orcs, and takes a big swig of this stuff.
Gnomes and orcs, my friend. Little clink, little sip. Yeah.
Nice. You guys have a wonderfully riveting conversation that covers many topics.
Can you say that after every scene?
And then in 40 years you both die. And that's the end of Calico.
Hand in hand, you both die.
Yeah.
All right,
Roll
time
new
to roll new
characters.
characters.
Darn, new guys, let's go.
You guys won D&D. Good job.
I've been reading this book of Welsh myths called the Mabinogion, and it's so funny. Like like it's not trying to be funny, I don't think, but it just ends up being quite funny a lot of times because it's very matter of fact. And there's
It's
this
very
bit,
blunt and jarring.
yeah, it's very blunt, and there's the history of the stories isn't very well established, but basically people think that it was originally like oral history tales that have been written down, and the sort of thing that like a jester would go and like wander from court to court and tell these stories or whatever. And there's this one bit in one of the stories where it's like it goes into like multiple pages of detail about what this guy's doing, who isn't really specifically related to the main plot of the tale that's actually happening, but it goes off on a multi-page tangent, and then it says something, and then it goes, and then he went and did this thing for a year, and then he went off, and no further mention is made of him.
Oh, okay.
Oh no!
And it's like,
Died.
no, but not even that. It's just like he went off and did this thing, and then he like
Don't know if he
doesn't-
died. Don't know if
Yeah,
he
he
did anything
doesn't come.
else.
He doesn't come back up at any point. But it's literally it's just like, and then no further mention was made of him in this legend. And it's like
What?
clearly the thing that was happening was that like the guy who was telling the story wasn't telling it well enough, and the king was just like, get on with it or I'll chop your head off. And the guy was like,
yeah,
oh,
moving on.
and then that guy disappeared and it was fine. Anyway, carrying on with the actual story that I was telling. It's
Very
so
funny.
fucking
It's very Douglas Adams of like.
yeah,
and then
it's
that
incredibly
guy-
Yeah.
I was gonna say
My
like Tom
favorite-
Bombadil-ass character.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This isn't relevant to what we're doing at all here, but my favorite bit in it so far is there's this bit where somebody tries to like sneak into a king's bedchamber by hiding in a sack, and he's immediately found out because it's the most like thinly veiled hiding spot of all time. And so they hang him up at the entrance to the court, and like 500 people come in the court, and every single one of them kicks him in the bag on the way in. and then after all of this happens, it's just like, and then that's the first time Kick the Idiot was played.
Nice.
I like burst out laughing when it was so like, and it's so matter of fact about this thing where it's just like, no, we just hung a guy up who was spying and kicked him in this sack, so we're gonna Kick the Idiot, and it's, oh come on. So good.
It's really good.
It's such a good
I love
book.
that. What's the
Oh my
what's it
goodness.
called?
The Mabinogion, Mabinogion.
Called Kick the Idiot, Riley.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
It's that wasn't the name of the thing that they said was played, but it was something like that, and it was just so out of nowhere.
I think Emma has read through all of this. I think she's told me about the Mabinogion.
Oh, really? Yeah,
I'll
ask her about it. Yeah.
She's really into that story of like guy who was hunting and then some human stole his like kill. And he was like an archfey hunter, and then they swapped lives. And he's like, "You can fuck my wife if you want." By the way, wink.
Oh, they
what?
changed bodies for a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've read that one. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
quite.
she
early
loves that
on.
one.
That's one of the early branches. Good.
Okay.
It's a good book. Anyway, yeah. Back to D&D.
Back to D&D, please.
Shanty and Ganigel talk about Welsh fairy tales.
Yeah.
All right. What is everyone else doing?
We're just
I
checking
know
out
EC
Easy.
was doing some Tai Chi up on the mast, right?
Luna is shamelessly checking out EC.
That's allowed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it is allowed. Encouraged, actually.
Your wives now.
We're not married yet.
No, that's fair.
Hey man, I got the ceremony spill. You trying to tie this knot?
Luna's ordained for whatever you need, whatever freaky shit you're into.
Oh, EC will give
Oh,
Luna the
nuts?
knot.
No! No!
I see. I see
No!
where this conversation went while I was gone.
No!
Oh my god.
No! 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 No!
Don't be close-minded. Don't be close-minded, Mike.
Oh my god.
No, this is directly going to my character. I'm gonna be exactly as closed / open-minded as I want to be. This is
Like,
affecting my character.
No,
Oh
don't
my
knock until you
God.
try it.
No. Listen, I'd rather not belabor the point. That's just
Fair,
not
fair enough.
me.
Just
Fair enough.
no. Okay. All right.
What if I turn EC into a furry by the end of the
I will leave
No.
the game.
By the end of the game, EC's gonna be a furry.
Then
doing the
I
work
will, I will leave the campaign and I will not join any further campaign.
That's her character arc.
You're the one
becoming
who was
a
like,
furry.
"Oh, EC's got wolf aspects to her, Michael."
That doesn't mean I
Yeah.
want to be a furry. I want to be a werewolf.
The what? I'm sorry. What's the big difference, Michael?
I want
Valid.
to be a cool werewolf and fight things. I don't want to be a cool werewolf and fuck Luna in werewolf form. I just
Are you
want to
sure?
fight things as a...
Are you positive?
I would like to highlight the very important difference between furry and monster fucker.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's a whole Venn diagram about it. You know?
I'm joking. I would never do that to you, Michael. Okay. So EC's doing Tai Chi. Luna's checking EC out. What about Elune and Florian?
I think Florian wants to ask questions about the ship, so whoever would be most willing to feel his annoying barrage of questions, he's probably hanging out with them.
Would he try to talk to Francine?
Yeah, she seemed open to it. Yeah.
What do you mean by seems open to it?
She didn't seem immediately annoyed.
Oh, if she asks questions, he would. If he asks questions, she would definitely answer them. Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
I thought you meant like how she looked, because she looks like she's insane.
Because she is.
But yes, if you ask questions about the boat to her, she'll happily answer them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's gonna ask all sorts of stuff.
All right.
That's probably where he's hanging out then. Badgering Francine.
Okay, hanging out by the wheel.
Yeah.
What does she have to say about Welsh fairy tales?
Do we bring Francine in on the Welsh fairy tales?
What questions do you have about the boat?
About the boat, like how does it work? Basic things like how is it propelled? Like what is this stick for? That sort of thing. Like
You
well,
can
how,
replace all parts of the boat. Is it still the same boat?
What?
All right,
What?
Theseus, calm down.
Fuck off. That's something a loon would ask for sure. Well, so we're propelled by the wind. We got
That's
these
me.
sails to catch it. Not just Shanty, but the natural wind.
sometimes
on the sea.
Shanty.
Shanty helps sometimes, yeah. But typically it's just the wind. We're able to angle the sails to catch the wind and propel us forward in the way we want to go.
Right.
And this wheel helps move the rudder. Rudder's like a big old piece of wood in the water that helps turn the boat.
Yeah, okay. How far can you turn it? What if you did like a 360?
Around if I wanted to, yeah.
Drift the boat.
Huh.
It will take some time, but yeah, we could turn the boat around if we wanted to.
That's cool. So what happens if like somebody wants to fight you and you're on the ocean? Do you fight it in your boats or do you get on each other's boats?
Well, it depends. You've been on the lower deck.
Yeah.
You've seen how many cannons we have. We have a plethora of cannons. Typically, we don't use them unless we're fired upon first. most of the time, people try not to sink other ships, because getting stuff from the bottom of the ocean ain't easy. So
I see.
they
Yeah.
try boarding first. But if there's a naval battle and like piracy isn't the main, the main target, then yeah, typically you go broadside. You turn your broadside to the ship you're trying to attack, so you can fire off the volley of cannons.
But then you're a bigger target for cannons.
Right, but that's why you broadside towards their front, so they would have to broadside back towards you. Yeah.
Smart. All right. That's pretty cool. How long have you owned the ship?
Oh, this one? I think like she like closes her eyes, does like some quick math. I think 13 and a half years.
Hell, all right. And are there any secret passages?
Secret passages? Not really. Yeah. No, it. I understand why you'd want to have something like that in like a home, maybe like a big home. But everybody being able to navigate the ship here without getting lost or not being able to find something is pretty important. But some ships have like smuggling compartments and things like that.
Smuggling compartments? That's
yeah,
cool.
like hidden little hidden rooms where you can hide some like illegal cargo or something like that.
Damn.
How
You
far
probably
away
wouldn't tell
is
me if
the-
you had one of those, huh?
I'm gonna assume you guys can't hear each other because she would have heard you guys trying to cheat her out of a.
I think
card
that just
game.
that happened before she got up there, didn't it?
Well, Shanty was here and so was Francine, so I think you guys were
Different Francine.
all here together.
We were judging a different Francine.
I'm gonna say like the wind and like being on the open ocean is probably loud enough that you'd have to speak a little bit more loudly unless you're like right next to each other to hear.
Now, Gabe, I can redirect the wind to carry their voices to us.
That
If
would
we're
move.
trying to
goodness.
purposefully eavesdrop.
That would move the ship back.
That's fair.
It would slow it down at least, yeah.
Yeah, you probably would. She might notice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna reset the router. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. Just.
But yeah, I mean, I love her. This ship is my livelihood. Well, not really actually. I don't really need to work. But it's my passion. I love being out in the sea. I love being able to feel the wind on my face and hear the waves and go wherever I please.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out my internet. I'm so sorry.
Gotcha.
Be right back.
Well, Say is figuring out some internet things. Yeah, you see, as you're doing your Tai Chi up on the mast, where on the mast are you?
So in my mind, like the mainsail's mast, like you have that sort of the main mast, and then that like the top sort of thing where the sail gets sort of like latched onto the top sail. Just sort of on that, just sort of. EC has a very good sense of balance, even on Rickety's ship, because reasons.
Because they do.
I guess go ahead and make an acrobatics check just to see how well you're doing. Okay, it's typically, I would say EC would have no issue with balancing on a beam like this. The added motion of the ship is making it a challenge. You're not like Well, maybe you're in a little bit of a danger of falling off, but not like immediately. But you're having to work for it for sure, which is probably something that EC enjoys actually.
Yes. I think if EC weren't sort of clearing their mind of emotions, they might have like this wicked grin on their face, like they're enjoying themselves.
Okay, so you're on the like cross beam of the top sail.
Yeah.
Yeah, from above you, I would say maybe like 10-ish feet above you. On the crow's nest. I don't know if EC immediately notices, but eventually EC notices somebody watching them. You see the Kenku sort of peek over the edge of the crow's nest and look down at EC. When they see EC sort of look up at him, he gives EC a wave.
EC quirks an eyebrow but waves. Like, oh, hello, friend.
They like look at you, and then very loudly, you hear in Shanty's voice, "You're gonna have to speak up. The wind's real loud up here."
Oh, EC doesn't say hello, friend.
No.
No, EC like just like quirked an eyebrow and just like it's as if to like, oh, hello.
It's a greeting eyebrow quirk.
Gotcha. Okay.
Didn't
Because you
actually
said, EC said hello, friend.
No, as if to say.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Waves will just sort of keep looking at EC then, since they're not talking.
EC's not a conversationalist. But may they stop what they're doing, and I think eventually we'll go over and say, "Am I bothering you?"
They look at you, shake their head, and in a woman's voice, very soft, although loudly. The woman has a kind and gentle voice. You hear Wave say, "You're right as rain, darling."
I am glad that I am not bothered. Because, no, I'm trying to not take up much space on this boat.
There's another pause as they sort of think of how to respond. And then that same voice again says, "But we want you on here."
Yes, I know, but it's a personal sort of desire to not take up much space.
Sort of tilts their head at you. Another reply, this time in a sort of gruff voice of an older man. "You can spread your wings if you want."
I don't have. I don't have wings.
Waves nods.
How did... I'm gonna let's see if EC knows anything about Genku.
Okay.
No.
Give me one. Let me double check. That would be under. Yes, exotic races. So, yeah, EC does not know much about Genku.
You have many voices.
Waves nods. Like vigorously.
How did? Are you like an actor or something? Like,
Thinks for a second. Then in the woman's voice again, like our own personal songbird.
Okay, so I don't really do a whole lot of talking. Do Have you seen like anything bad like on the horizon? I haven't been watching.
This time you hear in Francine's voice, crystal clear horizon.
Okay. That's good.
Waves gives him
Nods.
a thumbs up.
So I don't really know about like your. Are you like a crow person? Like I'm like half elf and half orc, but like you seem like this large bipedal crow.
They sort of look down at themselves, and then back to you. There's another pause as they think of what to say, and then they say, in that gruff voice again, well, this one can't fly.
Oh, are your wings like hurt?
And shakes his head.
Why can't you fly then?
Another pause as they think, then same gruff voice, probably too heavy.
Oh, well, I mean, what I know of like birds is like their their bones are like like lighter to be able to like let them fly. I'm sure like if you tried really hard, you might be able to fly at some point.
You see, they sort of like look happy at that. They look around. They climb up on the they climb up on the edge of the crow's nest. You can see around their waist they have like a rope tied to it. They spread their arms wide, their wings sort of like catching in the wind, and they jump off the crow's nest.
Oh no!
As you see them sort of dive, it looks extremely practiced. There's no panic in their body, like they've done this a million times before. They are heading towards the ground without any sign of stopping. Eventually, before they get low enough that the rope might like break their ribs, you see them sort of wrap their arm around it, and let it sort of like slow their descent, before grabbing onto the rope and using the like jerking motion of it to send them in an arc upwards. Their arms still sort of spread out. Their feathers sort of helping them in the wind, but not. They are not flying, but they're like maybe gliding a little bit. Eventually landing on the crossbeam near the center of the mast, giving you a little bow and then climbing back up to their crow's nest.
Okay, that was pretty cool. That's kind of like cliff diving, except you have to be careful to not break your ribs.
Waves nods. And then they look down into their nest as if they're like grabbing something, and then pull up another piece of rope, and they like point it towards EC.
Oh, I think EC's just like, do I want to risk breaking my ribs to try this? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
EC sort of walks over, still like a little wobbly, but like grinning, and takes the rope and ties it around their waist. It's like, okay.
They give you a thumbs up.
So like, when did you pull? Like,
I see Waves thinks for a second. And then in Shanty's voice, I hear, kinda gotta feel it. Ain't that right?
I mean, I guess. Like, then EC double checks they're not.
We're landing at a
Actually, Waves is gonna go down and make sure you're not. It's secured.
I'll just see what the knot is like.
You
Hell
know what?
yeah.
They check your knot, and it's incredible. They look impressed.
And then EC is just like, okay. Well, I hope Luna doesn't think I'm suicidal. And falls off the sail.
Yeah, go ahead and make another acrobatics check. Okay.
I'm gonna, cause we haven't gotten into anything.
Okay.
24.
24. There's a moment of pure panic as EC looks down, and you know EC's jumped off high things before, but
Yeah.
into water where the surface has been broken, and not hurtling towards hard wood that would make them go splat. So there's a moment of panic as EC's like, what the fuck have I done? And then there's like, wait, no, I can do this. And they take a a deep breath, as like the air is rushing quickly around them, and they try to mimic what Waves did. While it's not as effective as Waves because of like biology, they do a pretty similar job, swinging up and getting on the lower mast, or the lower crossbar, I should say, and looking up, and Waves gives them a big thumbs up.
I think in all of this, in this bid to be self-assured, to not go splat, EC forgot to like fully enjoy it, and then just lets out a whoop, and looks down at Luna. It's like, Yeah, did you see that? That was more terrifying because there's no water, but like that was cool. I don't think you should do it though.
Yeah, it looks scary. She. Oh, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure you can hear me. She sounds far away, but she says, "Yeah, it looks scary."
Aw.
But she's also like smiling and waving because Easy's fine.
Yeah. I think after that, EC chills with Belle for a bit. You know, just having a good time, talking about what it would be like when Belle gets their is able to fly.
Yeah, you have a nice time, sort of catching up with the waves. And
Every angel earns their wings, Gabe, and Belle is our little angel.
Belle is our little angel. Let's Okay, not yet.
Not yet.
There's a you have a good time with waves up here, getting to know him a little bit better, and meeting a new race that you've never met before. It's interesting.
I would also just like to say, Easy fully believes that Belle will be able to fly one day.
Yeah.
Oh, like he's a baby, but yeah, his wings hasn't grown in
Yeah.
yet. Oh, that's sweet.
It's very funny.
I gotta play up the 8 in nature.
Yeah, baby. Like once you're big and strong like your dad, you'll be able to fly no problem. And the Belle's like, I'm 37.
I am a grown.
I'm older than you.
Real chill chuck moment.
I have 2 kids and I'm divorced. I've got big divorced dad energy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, EC hung out with Waves. Florian, you're having a conversation with Francine about the boat. You there, Say?
Say still having internet trouble.
Could be. Fab, you said Alun is looking at like weather and stuff?
Yeah. He's checking the like he it's like the air currents and things. He would like to turn into like a fish or something to actually check like the waters and things around the boat. So I think he probably mentions like, hey, I'm gonna be a fish for a little while. Just use a message spell or whatever. Something's up.
Gotcha.
I guess that would be maybe to. I think Luna has message.
Huh?
No, Luna has sending.
I don't know if anyone here has message, actually.
Also, we need to know where you are as a fish, right?
You can point in their direction, technically. So if you stay in a general area, it would work. But also,
not planning on leaving the boat or anything.
I don't know if anyone has message.
Let me check. I do.
Okay.
Yay!
I'll give you an Aquaman sonar if anything's up.
Yeah.
Or I could just grab you out of the water with straight water, make you a little water orb. To float
that
around
works too. So he's gonna, I think once he figures out the deal with the air, he's gonna turn into a reef shark and be in the water for a while.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
And
Is there
Shanty is
anything
keeping,
weird?
Go ahead and make both an Arcana check and a Nature check for me.
Okay.
You are allowed to use your Wisdom for these.
Okay, my wisdom is a +5, so that's an 11 on the Arcana and a 14 on the Nature.
I think it'd be
Oh wait, no,
19
sorry,
on the
that's
Nature,
a
right?
yeah, 19 on the Nature.
19
I
on
forgot
the-
Nature is intelligence.
11 on the Arcana. Okay. Magically, you can't tell like anything wrong with what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're like examining everything, and after you get into the water, looking around, there's no like concerning currents or anything like that underwater. It seems as though like other sea life is giving you a little bit of a wide berth, but that's probably typical for a boat.
Yeah.
Especially a boat of this size.
Like I say, it's probably because he's
Actually,
a shark.
No. The opposite. There are a couple of like schools of fish that are riding the current like right up near the hull of the ship. Which is normal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, nothing out of the ordinary, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. I will return to the boat.
Yep, you climb up the side.
And I will shake the water off like a dog, and then return to sitting and chilling somewhere.
I'll waterbend the water off the side of the boat just so it doesn't get slippery.
Too late, I shook it off.
Like, I can't get it off the fucking floor.
Okay.
Okay. Say, have you returned?
I think Loon does say nothing to report.
Well, that's good news.
Yep.
Yep.
I think Nigel has kind of realized that he's on a ship that might have hidden compartments and wants to go and try and find some. Whether
Ooh.
that's true or not remains to be seen.
You want to look for any of the like smugglers' compartments on here.
You're looking
Yeah.
for the snuggling compartments.
the snuggling
Exactly.
compartments. Yeah.
Exactly. He's
Um,
definitely not looking for those, I will say.
Who doesn't like a good snuggle? You don't need.
A
You don't
good
need to know
platonic
about
snuggle.
sex for snuggling. Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Sure, let me get back onto Roll20 from the thing that I was looking at. There we go. Is he good at investigation? Not really. That one.
You're so
Oh
certain.
no.
You're so sure there's like some secret compartment on this boat, Nigel, but you can't find it. You know,
Like-
there's a false panel or something somewhere on this ship, and there's gonna be like a bunch of treasure and shiny rocks and shit there, but you just can't fucking find it. It's so frustrating.
Nigel
Dude.
knocks on the wall like right here and it's hollow and he's like, oh my god, there's a compartment here. It's actually just the cupboard from the kitchen, the back of the cupboard.
It's the external hull of the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the external. Like, there's secret compartments everywhere.
Yeah. I need to get him better at investigation because he's supposed to be good at stealing things.
He like sticks his head in one of the cannons. It's like, I know it's in here.
And how are the numbers looking? We're landing at a strong 70.
Yeah, well, That's that then, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shanty would like to just make sure that he has an eye watching the horizon the whole time, specifically in the direction where we're headed, and where danger might be. Just because he got a bad feeling.
You got a feeling.
Do you have a feeling that tonight's gonna be a bad night?
Maybe.
Is Luna doing anything, Zoe?
I guess she can. Well, I was curious about Grimm, so she's probably gonna go down and watch them for a little bit.
Yeah. As Grim looks like he's doing just like maintenance and stuff. Like he's checking each and every one of the cannons one by one. Making sure they're all in working condition. Making sure there's like ammunition stockpiled near them. Also making sure that like gunpowder is stored separately, so there's no like misfires or anything like that. He's being very thorough and taking his time with it.
So does he just look like a guy in a diving suit?
Yeah, he has a guy wearing a big diving suit, yes. Who had a conversation with them last time? It was a loon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when they were fishing.
Honestly, I'm just kind of curious what his deal is.
I mean, do you want to try to talk to him?
Sure.
Okay.
May as well go around, just more formally introduce herself. Hello, Grim, was it?
Yeah, he nods.
She approaches. Hello, my name is Luna. I wanted to introduce myself more formally. When we first met, it seems like a blur to me now.
Roll an insight check for me, please.
Sure.
Wow.
Oof.
We getting them that ones out today, baby.
His suit makes him very hard to read. You're used to like being able to see people's facial expressions or body language more clearly. It looks like a big suit of armor just standing there looking at you. Face is kind of obscured behind the mask. But he does sort of like reach a hand out for like a handshake.
Okay.
It's very firm. Not so much that it hurts, but definitely like extremely firm.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of looks over you, just standing totally still.
Luna looks behind her, back at Grim. He probably seems kind of unresponsive.
He's giving you his full attention, like he's stopped what he was doing, but he's not like saying or anything.
I'm curious, and please let me know if I'm prying too much, and I'll back off. You're in what seems to be a diving suit, but not underwater?
He does a slow nod.
I'm curious as to why that is, but again, don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
Let's...
Do you have water inside of the suit?
Okay, interesting. He looks at you. And then you hear him speak. It's very raspy. You would imagine it's like enough that it's not just like his voice. Probably something happened to his throat. Um, you don't know if this is recent or a long-standing thing, but when he talks to you, he says, I can't leave the suit.
Oh, okay. That's fascinating.
There was an incident many years ago.
If you're willing to share, I'm very curious. Her nosy bitch disease is in full overdrive now.
He sort of looks at you, sees the like genuine interest, and sort of like takes a seat, and motions for you to join him.
Oh, she's not that close. A reasonable distance away.
Yeah. There was many years ago at sea, I was possessed by a ghast.
She nods. What does Luna know about gas? May I roll to find out?
Sure.
Is that nature?
Or Arcana. Probably closer to Arcana, actually.
My Arcana is way better than my nature, so. Oh my god!
Wow.
3 nat 1s in a row, baby.
That's still an
Not
11,
going up
though.
Last time. It's still an 11.
Yeah. So, typically, ghasts are like a... They're like cannibalistic zombies. Or cannibalistic demons.
Mm-hmm.
They're like undead. Sort of like a sort of like what a Wendigo is.
Okay. I mean, I saw playthroughs of Until Dawn.
Right. Yeah, very similar to that, except these are like created, not just caused by the eating of human flesh.
They get created by the cannibalism and then they haunt people.
No, they get created to eat people, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's strange that somebody would be possessed by that, but I mean, every undead has something powering it, so it wouldn't be impossible to have that like try to be inserted into a human body or something by some like curse or magical being or something like that.
It's kind of weird, but Luna's not going to judge.
Yeah. It's weird, but definitely plausible.
She nods like that must have been quite an experience.
I was underwater in a sea wreck.
Oh.
We were salvaging.
May I take a wild guess and say this was the suit you were wearing during this salvage mission?
He nods. Captain helped me. She was able to find somebody to exorcise the spirit from me.
That's fantastic. I'm glad that she could find somebody.
There were side effects, but better than wandering the ocean floor eating people.
I should say so. I was really and truly just curious, but if you want to talk about anything else, I'm all ears. And she kind of flicks one of her long ears playfully.
There's a moment where he just like stares at you. And then he says, "You're an elf, right?"
Yes, an Eladrin specifically, I recently found out.
I haven't met many elves before.
Well, I don't think many of them come to the sea, but I can't really speak for the elf population. We've only had the pleasure of being on, I believe, one other ship.
You look like... What color is Luna's hair right now? It's orange?
She's orange.
Orange.
She's orang, like an orange cat.
You look like if a sunset was walking.
Oh my goodness, thank you. She's like genuinely pleased. For a long time I just had white hair, but Eladrin can change, their appearance can change to match seasons, I believe. And she starts kind of fiddling with her hair, like just kind of playing with it in her hands, like I've done a lot of growing recently, so I've been changing.
It's very interesting.
I think so too. Everything's so interesting. Like you, and honestly this ship, like I don't know how these cannons work, but like everything's just so interesting, and I wish I had time to learn all the little tidbits, you know?
I think you have a lot of time, right?
Well, comparatively speaking, yes.
He nods.
So I can get quite a bit in my noggin.
If you ever want to learn about a ship, I'm pretty knowledgeable.
I would like to learn more about the ship. I think my friend Florian is also quite curious about the ship, and any ships like it. For example, what is that pit down there? She motions to the like little low place in the room that they're in.
That's where we can dump things we find in the water. Usually fish, but if we bring anything up from salvage, we can dump it in there so that it's still in water, just in case it needs it.
Oh, okay. She looks in there. Is there anything in there right now?
By this point, it's probably been emptied because there was fish in there yesterday that they dragged in, but there's no need for it to have like a bunch of water right now.
I'm sure I'll think of more questions, but I'm glad I can ask you.
Feel free.
I don't want to keep you for too long, but I really appreciate you being willing to talk to me.
I don't get to meet many people who want to talk to me.
I think people get a little put off by the not seeing your face thing. She kind of waves her hand in front of her face. But I'm glad I talked to you anyhow.
Thank you.
She gives him a little curtsy and goes off to do something else.
Mhm.
Probably go back up to the deck and watch the incident with Waves and EC and the rope and base jumping.
Hell yeah.
He didn't really say exactly what about the gas means he has to stay in the suit, but he got possessed while underwater, and then he got exorcised, and some catch about the possession/exorcism means he can't leave the suit.
I see.
I'm sure Luna has her theories, but I don't know as much as Luna.
True. If only we could all know as much as Luna.
Damn, that would be pretty
Indeed.
cool. I would know how to paint my nails. I mean, I know the theory, but
That's the top thing that you would know. The only piece of knowledge that you're missing is how to paint your
It's
nails.
it's the missing piece.
You know everything else that Luna knows except for how to paint your nails.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't think she doesn't know, so I think it evens out.
Okay, so you guys spend the day getting to know each other and the crew a little bit better. The day passes by without any incident. As you guys start approaching the city of Port Monarchy, you guys you'll be there in about another half a day. As you get ready to rest for the night sometime tomorrow, noon, afternoon-ish, you'll arrive. As you guys are all having dinner together, Francine will let you know. So the plan is we're gonna head out to the city, gather some supplies. We're gonna let the rest of the crew off, the non-essential crew, because I don't want to, have them die on me if they don't have to. With the main crew here, we can probably manage a ship. If you guys don't mind pitching around a little bit, just in case we need you.
Luna nods.
You see nods.
Yeah, that's fine.
We can show you all the ropes as needed.
Nigel shrugs his shoulders and is like, yeah, it's fine.
All right. Because specifically, there will be ropes that we need to show you. Most.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a market in town. Try not to wander outside of town. Cheddar Bay can be pretty dangerous if you don't know where you're going. And I assume y'all don't know where you're going.
It's a
No,
city.
this
They're
is-
all the same.
Well, I mean, the city itself, yeah, it's fine. It's like any other city. Just outside of the city, it can. You don't want to wander into the wrong part of the island.
There's the regular half and the pirate half is what we're hitting at here.
Yeah,
There's
northern.
Cheddar Bay and Cheddar Bay.
Actually, to that, EC raises their hand.
Yes, easy. You don't have to raise your hand. We're not in a school.
What's a
We're
school?
not?
It was, EC's like, oh, okay, so where do they make the biscuits?
So that's in the other city in Cheddar Bay. It's called Goat's Head Port.
Oh,
Yeah.
EC tries to hide the disappointment.
I mean, they'll have some of the biscuits at Port Monarchy. There's like a couple bakeries there still, but like the main export is at the other port.
But I bet if you found a cat, you could get them to make biscuits for you.
That's right.
There's a cat right there.
Hey, Lucky, can you make biscuits?
Oh, Lucky makes the best biscuits in the 7 seas.
Oh, who's a good cat? And I give Lucky a stroke over the head.
Um,
I wouldn't know. I don't have experience with cats.
so yeah, the main famous biscuit factory is in Goat's Head Port, Port Monarchy will have some. I mean, we'll have some fresh biscuits in the city if you want. Don't worry.
EC nods, satisfied.
But yeah, if you want like a tour of the factory or something, that'll have to be maybe on the way back or something.
EC nods, not knowing what the fuck a factory is. Yes, truly.
Yes, the factory. I am so very familiar with the concept of factories.
But yeah,
The manufactorum.
I don't know. Get anything you might need from the city. We'll be getting some things. Go drinking. There's plenty of great drinks. You can play cards. But we'll spend the night there and then head out the next morning.
EC nods. Alright.
Also, for anyone who's interested, there's a pretty great brothel. But knowing this bunch, I doubt many of y'all are interested, but I thought I'd throw it out there.
We've got the ace and monogamous squad.
Yeah, exactly.
True. Francine nods at that. Yeah, I think Thorn went there a couple times.
Oh, she got good taste.
She does.
Oh,
What?
Sage.
Oh,
Sage.
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Well,
Hello.
I'm back.
Okay, my voice keeps going out, I don't know why. Florian wanted to ask if this town is famous for anything.
Yeah, Port Monarchy is
Yeah.
famous for rum, for being kinda a place where you can get anything.
Alright.
And
And we
it's,
mean anything.
yeah, anything.
Wink wink.
And it also it's got the is where you can buy tickets to the resort for the Dinosaur Island.
Dinosaur Island?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, they call it
EC's ears
Jurassic
perk up.
Park.
I think EC's ears perk up.
Yeah, I know. There's an island down south of Cheddar Bay that there's dinosaurs, and somebody built like a resort there.
Not like druids.
No, these are
Pretending to be
dinosaurs,
dinosaurs.
like
They're
real
actual-
dinosaurs.
Some
No
fucked up
way.
chronomancy was done.
I think EC is just like EC really wants to hunt a dinosaur.
Are you allowed to kill them? Are you allowed to hunt the dinosaurs?
EC doesn't know anything about that.
Gabe, are you allowed to
Paid
hunt the
enough money.
dinosaurs?
You can find out.
We should figure it. We should go on a dinosaur hunt.
Yes.
Yeah,
Jurassic
that's
Park one
what
shot
it's
now.
most famous for.
Wow, it's most famous for buying tickets to a different place. That's
Well, no, I mean,
unfortunate.
the other things is more important. The rum,
Yeah,
and
I know.
being able
it's
to get
just-
whatever you want. You can
and
find
whatever you want includes
anything.
tickets to this
Exactly.
island.
Right.
And also, they got one of the better brothels in the area. I don't know if you heard when I said that. Offer is extended to anyone who wants to join me to go. It's pretty nice.
Oh,
Although
you're gonna
knowing
go?
this crew, I don't think anyone's gonna take me up on it. But I am offering.
Offering what? Like a
To-
cherry room or what?
A what?
Like that's an interesting offer.
Really?
I've never heard anybody make one. Like,
Are you interested?
I mean, I think they got like 2-for-1 deals where you can like.
Yeah, they get. Yeah, I listen. You get a BOGO.
It depends on like the lady or the man you want to go with. Some of them do two-on-one.
Yeah, or however many you're trying to get, or at the same time, or in different. You know, there's a lot. They offer a lot of different
They
services.
got
and
options.
packages. And it can be
I
a
don't
little
need any of those
overwhelming for a
images.
first timer. So if you need some
Yeah.
help understanding the menu, I got you.
The menu?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Florian, it's a sex
He looks a
thing.
little green.
I think he know. I think he knows,
you
right?
remember it's a sex thing, right?
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, you could probably just spend time with a sex worker.
They
without
will
sex.
just talk to you.
Yeah. They don't.
If you
It
wanted
ain't
to.
just.
You pay for the
Hang out.
time. You don't really pay for specifics.
You know, one time I
You
brought
can
in
pay
a
extra for
deck of
specifics.
cards.
You can pay
Yeah.
extra for specifics. That's very true.
Yeah, one time I brought in a deck of cards just because I thought it'd be funny. We just played a game of poker.
And they,
There's one
she-
guy
whoever it was.
actually. He played this game called Yu-Gi-Oh.
He was real good, man.
with
That
the-
motherfucker sent me to the Shadow Realm.
He played with this woman so much and just paid her for
married
her
her.
time. He married her. Yeah, it was incredible.
Oh my god.
True Earth story.
What?
Well, you said it was
That's
an
an actual
interesting
thing
offer,
now?
so you just let me know if you're interested. When we get there, think on
I
it.
will. It sounds like he's probably not going to tell you he's interested.
Yeah, I know.
That's very generous.
Really?
I just didn't know what else to say.
You could just say no if you don't want to go. I kind of figured no one would want to. I'm just being, polite, extending the offer.
The classic, thanks for the offer, but I'll have to pass.
Yeah, no worries.
I'd have
Did you
to
finger
talk
guns?
with my. I'd have to talk with my partners, but it's currently probably a no.
Heard, Chief.
Luna
I don't
was
expect
thinking
everyone to answer right now
eyebrow,
individually.
No, I think I'm probably alright.
I don't think we talked exclusively about the monogamy thing, but you seem pretty monogamous.
Who does?
Easy.
Easy.
Michael.
One
Luna
moment.
quirked an eyebrow at EC to gauge any interest in.
One moment.
Everyone stares
back.
easy.
Mike's getting chicken nuggets. Hold on.
No, I'm getting
The nuggets. You gotta get the nuggets.
the Red Baron pizza that I made.
Oh, okay.
Get in the.
Yeah, nice.
She's just like, oh, I mean, if you want to go do that, that's fine. I have some shopping to do.
What?
I guess the answer is EC's not super jealous when it comes to just sex.
No, no.
Romance might be a different
Okay.
discussion.
Probably.
Well, if you're falling in love with the workers, that's a whole different problem.
Yeah, that's a different
You
thing.
gotta be real good at
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh for that to work.
You gotta be real good at Yu-Gi-Oh!
You're either really good at Yu-Gi-Oh or you have an unhealthy parasocial relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Luna shakes her head. Good for now.
Give you 2 thumbs up.
By the way, yes, say that did happen in real life.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
What? Excuse
Someone
me?
paying for a sex worker to come play Yu-Gi-Oh with him so much that they fell in love and they got married.
Yes.
Amazing.
I love that.
Was the sex worker already into Yu-Gi-Oh before the relationship started?
I
No.
believe he taught her to play, and then
Yes.
she
Wow.
actually brought her own deck one time and
Yes.
then got it.
Oh my gosh.
That person that hired
That's
that sex
amazing.
worker has all of the riz that the other Yu-Gi-Oh players lack.
Yes, that person got all of the riz and the rest of them are left with nothing. Exactly.
Yep.
Rizless.
Holy shit.
That's a very good story.
Yeah, it's I forgot when. Like the story came out a couple years ago, I think. So it happened in Japan. It's very
Oh,
interesting.
okay. No, that makes sense because people
Yeah.
regularly pay for like companionship.
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, it's a different
That's
culture
funny.
over there.
Yeah, there's different social things going on in Japan.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
Now I can only imagine the Yakuza scene where Dojima hires Goro-chan to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh my gosh.
holy shit.
I still need to play Yakuza, I think.
Yeah,
Cheddar Bay, baby.
Cheddar Bay, baby.
Should have paid.
yep. If there, unless you guys want to do another scene on the boat, we can get to Cheddar Bay.
Let's get there.
Yeah, I don't
Huh?
have anything
Cheddar
about
In
Bay.
Cheddar Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're at Cheddar Bay, you guys.
Wahoo!
Poor Monarchy, you're right there.
Whoa, this is a cool map, Gabe.
Thank you. I made it a while ago, and by a while I
like
mean
it.
like years ago.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Listen, we could make a trek to Goat's Head Port just to get those biscuits, you know?
We could.
I
They
don't
probably
think that's
have
a.
biscuits in Port Monarchy.
What?
if I guess.
How long would that take?
Yeah, we gotta get we won't get them fresh.
And then the Kraken eats Cheddar Bay.
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
If you guys left immediately when you arrived and like rushed, you could probably make it back in time if that's what you wanted to do.
I don't think.
I can
Probably
turn into
not
a
this
horse, let's
time.
go.
All right, you can turn into a fucking horse. That's sick.
And then I'll turn Florian into a horse, we can make it.
Hell yeah.
You can turn other people into animals?
Yeah,
Gabe.
you can't.
Yes, Michael.
I can't turn myself into an animal or other people, no.
If it is possible, I would like to change, because I have the money to do so, I would like to have, instead of EC buying a bag of holding, sees that it can't really carry much, I want EC to have been able to purchase a portable hole from Garfield.
Oh.
Yeah. You can change the or if you can get the difference in cost. Absolutely.
Yeah, let me, I'm gonna look that up real quick, because
Yeah.
a portable hole is a lot
It's
more useful to EC than a bag of holding.
P for portable hole.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Oh my god.
It is 8,000 gold.
I think I had 10,000 left over.
Okay,
Ooh.
go for it.
Okay. So, EC looks like a woman on a mission.
Okay.
Power walking.
There she go.
And then
Is she gonna?
she like gets a few like paces, looks at the city. Like you just sort of see like that visible shiver up her spine, comes back and grabs Luna's hand,
Oh.
Aww.
takes Luna
Not
along.
to reach too far.
Her emotional support elf.
Yeah.
Is she gonna fill this portable hole with biscuits?
No. She's specifically going for a barrel with salt, and then she's gonna go hunting.
Ooh, cool.
Interesting. All right. So.
And since you can't fit a barrel in a bag of holding, the portable hole it is.
Yeah, portable holes for bitches who are forklift certified.
Oh, EC's forklift certified.
100%.
100%.
EC invented forklifts.
But EC just like, how did no one just lifts a fork?
My God, she's done it.
But boy, when she lifts that fork, does that fork know it's been lifted?
That's true.
God, I wish
But,
I were that fork.
So
Oh my
I
God.
Mark down. I'm down to 2,000 gold.
Huh.
You know, when you're a minimalist ranger, you don't actually spend a whole lot of money on things.
That's
So
true.
Alright. But, if people have actual bits to do in Cheddar Bay or they want to do it, EC's going to get some biscuits, and then a barrel full of salt, and then go fill this salt barrel with, meat. Because she's been eating nothing but fish for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Fish is meat?
Ooh. Like
It's
red
not red meat.
Yeah, fish is meat, shrimps is bugs.
Shrimp
Red
is
meat.
bugs. That's
Shrimp
so
is bugs.
true.
Shrimps and bugs.
Okay. Is I assume Calico is going to the brothel.
Yeah, Shanty's gonna go to the brothel, and presumably no one's coming with him, which I think is to
Nah.
his preference, because Gabe, do you think that it would make sense for Shanty to like know a specific someone here who is like someone who keeps an ear out for information?
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
Cool.
Could I go and visit this person in particular? The
Yeah.
same person I always visit whenever we come through town.
Sure. You get to make up the gender.
Oh God. They them.
They. that's so much to go on.
The least
Wink.
specific
That's
pronouns.
the least specific gender you
Yep.
could give me, Riley.
Sure
Yep.
is.
You motherfucker.
They have blue hair.
Ah, of course.
Can they be like they're a sea elf or a triton or
They
something?
got
Bisexual with
blue
unspecific
elf
gender.
and pronouns. Okay.
Yeah.
Your blue hair and pronouns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we go on, I would say that Ganigel probably walks with Calico to the brothel and then leaves.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
And goes up and does something else.
Hell yeah.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Then I'll speak with EC.
You guys gonna
Gabe,
hunt
I
down
think
one?
What was that, Zoe?
Are you gonna try and hunt a dino?
Not here.
I hope so.
And how are the numbers looking? We're landing.
I don't think the dinosaurs are on this island.
SPF.
They are not on
They're
this
on-
island, sadly.
Your dinosaur is in a different castle.
That's true.
Damn.
He just points to the forest north of Fort Monarchy.
Hell yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. You guys go hunting. Shanty, you meet up with. It is.
I'm throwing the basketball up in the air, Gabe. It's
yeah,
right
I
in
know.
front of the
I'm going in for the alley oop. Don't worry.
net.
It got you. Trust the Gabe.
I'm trusting the game.
Yeah. Okay. You meet up with your old friend Sharpay.
Hey.
Yes, perfect.
Perfect, incredible.
Sharpay is a half elf, assigned female at birth. They them. She's got huge knockers.
Excuse, Dave got huge knockers.
Sorry, they've got huge Listen, if I call Ari he, I can call Sharpay they she. They've got huge knockers. Absolutely just enormous badonkadonks.
Perfect.
We stan a person with massive gazongas.
Massive
Yes,
badoinks.
yes, we do.
She's got long blue hair, goes a little bit past her shoulders. Typically, she's wearing like a crop top and like these tight breeches. She's got like this really pronounced nose. It's very, very like she's got like this very refined silhouette.
I can see it.
Yeah.
A huge nose and massive tits.
Everything about her is big.
That's a pretty refined silhouette, if you ask me.
What's her voice? What's Sharpay's voice? I know.
Dolly
what her
Parton.
voice is.
It's Dolly Parton.
I wish. Shanty, as she sees you walk in, she says, "Oh my God, it's Shanty!
Hey there, darling. It's been a while, Sharpay. How you
It's
doing?
so good to see you." She goes in
You
for a
too.
hug.
Yeah, I give her a big hug.
She
Give her a
hugs
kiss
you
on the
real
cheek.
tight.
Yeah, just fully enveloped.
Yep, you're smothered in her chest.
I'm just like
Yeah.
laughing, like it's always so good to see you, Sharpay. Oh, listen, dear. Listen, honey. I'm only here for about a day or so, but I had to, obviously I had to come and visit. I missed you.
Aw, that's really nice of you.
Yeah, well, they say I'm a nice guy.
You're the nicest guy in the city.
Yeah, sure. I'll believe you. I'll take your word for it.
So you're just here for a night. Then do you want a room? Do you want to just get a drink? What's the plan?
Oh, I would love to get a room. It's been tough work these past couple weeks. And I just really need to take a load off.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, you got a spot free? I know you're a busy person.
I am a busy girl, but I've always got time for you.
Oh, that's what I love to hear, Sharpay. Here, listen. You mind if we maybe take this conversation upstairs?
Yeah, for sure.
Wonderful. All right, lead the way, darling.
Yep, and she
Oh my God.
waves over at the barkeep and leads you. She's got like an arm around your shoulder. Her like free hand is like gently like massaging your shoulder a little bit as well. She walks you up to her room. You can see she's got like this big bed with lots of pillows on it. There's a nightstand and in the corner as well. There's a wardrobe. After she
Gabe, does she have a water bed?
she does not have a waterbed now. It's really great.
I was thinking like if this is somewhere I like am comfortable sleeping, like it would make sense for her to have a water bed so I can get that like swaying kind of feeling.
That's funny.
That's really funny. Sure, she can have a waterbed.
Cool.
Yeah, she closes the door, locks it behind her. She grabs a couple of pillows, puts them underneath the door, sort of blocking the
sound,
like, the crack at the bottom.
Yeah, Shanty's demeanor definitely changes as well. He becomes a lot.
Sits on the edge of the bed. Okay, so what's up, Shanty?
Well, you know, have you heard anything about Dene?
No.
Okay.
Things have
That's
been. They've been getting more. I don't want to say dangerous, but there's been a lot
more
of
violent.
there's been a lot of things happening up north.
Okay. Anything like too terrible? Anything too awful? What should I know about?
She's gotten a lot more people.
Yeah.
Part of her, she calls it an armada.
Oh, great. Love that word. No, she's charismatic for sure.
Yeah. She is definitely working on uniting all of them.
Right.
It's not going as, I'm sure, as fast as she wants, but for around here, it's going pretty fast.
Yeah, cool.
It
All right, it's yeah, it's just
no, yeah. You don't have to explain anything to me, Shanty.
it's complicated,
I know.
Felix Sharpay. You know how I am.
I know.
I appreciate you keeping an ear out though.
A lot of them have been frustrated about what's been happening. So the sooner that Francine can do something about it,
Yeah.
the sooner things will slow down, most likely. She might lose some support.
We can only hope. Well, we're working on it. We're headed that way, I think. Have you heard anything about the attacks of this like creature, this sea beast?
There's been 2 more ships taken down recently.
Yeah.
A merchant vessel and a pirate vessel. Merchant vessel was carrying just goods for the island. So kind of fucked a little bit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Things are a
Does
little
that
tight.
feel?
It's okay, but if it keeps
Are you
happening,
doing
things are
alright?
gonna get tighter. Well, you know, I'm doing fine. It's the
I
general,
know you're doing
like,
fine, but are you doing all right?
I'm worried.
I'll have some.
But
listen, I'll have some stuff brought up from the ship later today.
no.
Okay.
No, I'm doing fine. I'm just
Who's not
worried.
doing fine? What are you worried about?
If it keeps happening.
Yeah, if it keeps happening, you're gonna have a little bit of extra in storage, okay?
She like smiles. You know what? If you guys take care of it, you won't need to do that, right?
That's right.
So don't
But
worry.
you can never be
yet.
too careful. You can never be too careful. Will you at least let me? Will you at least let me pay you or give you something?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
If this shit keeps happening, and I'm pretty sure we got this handled. I mean, you know me, and I got some new folks with me who I think can, back up what they're saying. They seem pretty powerful.
I've heard that the Rose is involved. Yeah.
Yeah, the Rose is involved, which is
They've got a good track record.
great track record. Some of the best professionals out here I've seen. So
Us
you know,
cheese clowns?
We're gonna take care of it, but just in case, I'm gonna try to help you out. Okay.
All right. I mean, it's gonna go to the brothel. You know that, right?
I know that, and you're part of that.
All right.
And just keep keeping an ear out for me. I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. She's If you really want to find her, you can find her, but I don't know if that's what you want to do yet.
I don't know if I'm ready.
Yeah.
Physically or the other way.
Yeah.
We're getting there though. We're getting there.
Yeah.
I think we're one thing at a time. We're gonna take care of this monster thing first, Sharpay, and then we're gonna get to my personal shit later. But I guess my personal shit's becoming not so personal if this armada keeps getting any bigger.
Have you talked to Francine much about it?
Oh, a little bit. Maybe I should have another conversation with her about it. I think her general policy is to try to not get too involved.
She keeps the peace.
Yeah.
So,
she knows what's happening. She knows what's going on.
Unless somebody makes a move.
Yeah. As long as she doesn't make any major moves, I think Francine's going to hold off. And plus, I want to be the one to deal with her.
Yeah.
Of course it fucking... Sorry.
No, it's
Riley's fucking song.
Yeah, I fucking did it to myself. Shanty lets out a bit of like a stressed breath.
Yeah.
And then lets out that sort of tension. He says,
"Have you
Thanks for being."
No, you go.
I said, "Thanks for being so good to me."
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. You know.
Hey, likewise. We help each other out.
Yeah, we do. Have they set up a grave for him? Have you visited it?
Did they now? No, I haven't. Where is it?
It's outside of the conclave up north.
All right. Well, we're headed that way, so maybe maybe I'll stop by. Maybe I'll stop by.
I know you you had a complicated relationship with them, but
Oh yeah, you could say that again.
Both of you had a complicated relationship with them, but
yeah, we are the ones that what did kill him. So
yeah. But she kind of laughs a little bit. I think he would be proud still.
Yeah, that's kind of what's fucked about it, right?
Yeah.
I think he'd be proud too. But yeah, I'll tell him you said that when I visit him.
Okay.
And I think I will. Thank you.
Yeah.
You keep being good to me.
I can't stop.
Yeah, well, I have that effect on people. And he kind of like slips back into the fronting the charismatic sort of. Now here, I'm gonna give you this, and he hands over some money.
Yeah.
And you're gonna take it.
She takes it. She puts it in a bowl that's on her nightstand next to her bed. She goes and grabs the pillows, puts them back on, throws them back on the bed. All right. So, why don't you take off your pants for me?
Yeah, sure. I mean, listen. The
You just
faster
need
I
to
get onto
just
that
like
bed, the better. And I start like dropping my drawers and pulling off my clothes.
Yep. And
my
they share some time together.
We share some time. It's wiggly.
They have some quality time.
They have some
Mhm.
quality time together. Exactly.
You could say it slaps.
Oh God.
Oh my god, dude.
It
God.
slaps and zaps for sure.
Oh boy.
Slaps. Jesus Christ.
That's me.
It was a banger of a night.
Hey, wonderful character you came up with on the spot, Gabe. I love her.
Yeah, very good.
I'm glad you love her.
Now I have to protect her with everything I have because
Nah.
she's precious.
Now you gotta.
And she's got absolutely gigantic.
Huge fucking knockers.
Huge pedunkadunks.
Yeah, I definitely care about her because of the plot.
She.
She has
Yeah,
short
got-
stack.
She's got two great bits of plot right on the front of
no,
her.
she's not a short stack. She's
Huge.
She's taller than I am.
celeb.
no,
Oh,
she's
sorry.
not that tall. She's like typical height. She's like 5'7", 5'8".
Okay.
Hmm. Goodness.
Maybe like
Smash
comparatively
wider
short to
than
some
she is
people.
tall and tits to match.
Rivaling Avan for cube status.
No, this is orb, baby.
Yeah, we've got a cube now. We've got an orb.
God damn it, dude. Okay. With that little character scene out of the way, that puts us at about 3 hours.
Woo!
Okay.
So we can resolve anything else during the week or next time that you guys want to do in the city.
Okay, sounds good.
Mhm.
But that's
I might do a nice little Gnigel roleplay. Why not?
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
think-
put you guys on the map here.
Yeah, I think the Loon's probably gonna try and find a shrine to AC and be like, "Hey,
Hey, what's up?
are we beefing?
What's
Yo.
good?
What's
We
up?
good?"
What's up, homie?
Are we beefing because we could
Yeah.
be?
I don't want to be.
We got any bad beef between us? What's happening?
Yeah. Are you there, AC? It's me, Loon.
Hey, it's me, your special guy.
Apparently.
Very good.
I'm kind of seeing this other god right now, so
Yeah, it's kind of awkward, you
it's
know.
gonna get
A
awkward.
little bit.
I think this is
It's
like a
gonna get
one-time
weird.
thing. You know, this has to be a one-time thing. I can't do
Yeah.
this another night.
Hold on.
Long distance, but like,
Big stretch.
what's the situationship?
A situation ship because of the ocean. Ha!
Oh.
Wait, whose situationship? Hold on.
The Loon and AC.
Oh,
What?
I understand now.
They have a situationship for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, giant sea noodle. Druid. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Something. This is not an insult against Illumin, but something in my brain just went, "Damn, catfish, scum eater will call me scum, baby."
Okay. Yeah. Let's do an RP vote before we
Yeah.
stop the stream.
Good Nigel.
Oh, thank you.
I enjoy your made up bard talk and also you
Yeah.
expressing Gnigel's blatant asexuality in fun and interesting ways of like, I don't know what that
Very
is.
good.
So anyways,
I just because I knew like Florian has kind of the like asexual person who knows and understands what sex is thing kind of
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
And I just like I want him to be asexual, but in a complete opposite way to that.
yeah, I totally feel that.
And that he just doesn't get it. Like Florian is like, oh, sex. Oh, why would anybody? And I just like, cool, like sure.
Asexual
whatever, like-
bothered and asexual
Yeah.
unbothered.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like,
Yeah.
he knows it's the thing people do. He doesn't understand when people are flirting with him. He has never flirted. You know, like
Not
he doesn't-
interested.
Yeah, he's just not interested, and
No
like
one
he's
can
like,
ever be so
it's
flirty.
in the same way that like I don't know anything about ballet because I don't like ballet.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a great way to put it.
That's
Yeah.
very funny.
Very good. I'm gonna give it to Shanty for having a contact in the brothel. That was a pretty fun move.
Thank you.
I'm giving it to Shanty just because I think Riley's doing a good job.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
I'm gonna give it to EC because I liked the complete lack of understanding of what a kangaroo is.
Very good.
What
Should
the
I
fuck is a
pitch Nigel
factory?
be a jerk?
Ooh.
Huh?
Because one, I think Nigel's great, but I could also tie it up.
Hmm.
Then you'd rob Mike of the joy
Wait,
of
no,
being
no,
able
no,
to tie
no.
it up.
Zoe. We have a unique opportunity here.
More.
To
Oh,
tie
like
it
a
to the
three-way
waist.
tie?
Oh my god.
Sorry, I don't know what a three-way is.
No, true.
Patrick.
I actually am gonna go for Shanty.
Oh, thank you.
No, Zoe!
Sorry, my dear.
No!
That's tragic.
I'm going to give it to Alun because Alun has scenes, and I want that to be recognized.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bet.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all everybody voted. Riley, good job. You did
Yeah.
roleplay the best.
Yippee!
You did.
You won roleplaying because that's a thing that's possible.
You
I-
won D&D.
I disagree. I think we all did good.
You guys
I
all
think so
did
too.
incredibly.
Yeah,
Can I vote for Miki?
Yeah!
Miki's,
For those
Miki
good
has,
stretches I heard about.
Miki has 1 million inspiration.
Hi, Miki.
hi Miki.
Look at that face.
He's so
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I can't.
She's
A
so
Miki.
wonderful.
Sage,
Miki
probably
too.
the most interesting thing in the whole is the
Huh.
literal pile of gold in one of the
Oh damn.
That's
Okay, that's fair.
This is
You
Lucy's wallet.
probably make a comment on that.
okay. I'm gonna-
EC is a dragon.
I'm gonna-
Yeah.
So as a heads up, I'm gonna be away next weekend. Do we want to set a schedule for our next session, like during the week or something?
Yeah, let me stop the stream.
Let's see.